Hey, Pardon My Take listeners, you can find every episode on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. Prime members can listen ad-free on Amazon Music. On today's Pardon My Take, Week 6 of the NFL, recap of every single game. Fastest 2 minutes, our friend Deion Sanders, who's back of the week, football guy of the week. It's just a great PMT Monday. You love it, we love to do it. Interesting week, weird games. We're going to recap it all. Also, bonus for all you base seam heads. We'll be watching the final 2 innings.
Did you say based seam heads?
I was going to say baseball heads, and then I remembered you coined seam heads.
Seam heads.
We will be watching the final 2 innings of the Dodgers-Braves game, which I'm sure will not end by the time we end this show.
Well, if Kershaw comes in, yeah, it probably will.
Playoff Kershaw. But before we get to all of that, we are brought to you by our friends at the Cash App. Go download the Cash App right now. We're in the Cash App studio. We love the Cash App. The Cash App is super easy to use. You can link it directly to your bank account. You can send money to your friends, family. You can buy stocks. You can do everything with the Cash App. Literally everything with the Cash App. And guess what? It also looks cool. Like, it looks cool as one of those apps. You know the cool-looking apps on your phone versus the lame-looking apps? Cash App is a cool-looking app. It's visibly pleasing, green, just looks awesome. Feels good to have the Cash App. So go download it right now. Use the code Barstool. You get $10 for free, $10 to the ASPCA. They're also giving away money left and right on Twitter, Instagram, Twitch. PFT's getting up. He's plugging in his phone, folks. He's plugging in his phone. I gotta make sure that I have enough juice left. Another juice. Yes, exactly. So Cash App. Go download it right now. Use that Cash App and use that code Barstool. You get $10 for free, $10 to ASPCA. Okay, let's go.
It's Pardon My Take, presented by Barstool Sports.
Welcome to Pardon My Take, presented by the Cash App. Go download it right now. Use code Barstool. You get $10 for free, $10 to the ASPCA. Today is Monday, October 19th, week 6. Week 6. How do you say week in Spanish?
Semana 6.
Semana 6. We start in Nash Vegas, where Anthony Ferkser, I barely even know her, and AJ, what can Brown do for you, combined for 3 scores in a shootout. Derrick Henry Kissinger blazed the Ho Chi Minh Trail through the Texans' defense. Some may say Will Kane Fuller was acting in bad faith on Sunday, but he was just asking questions, like can the Titans' defense guard him? And the answer is no. In a twist of irony, noted police hater NWA's Will Straight Outta Compton is now touting a 5-0 record. Titans 42, Texans 36. What?
In Indianapolis, where Giovanni Bernardini isn't just a token back, helping the Bengals rush out to an early first-half lead. The game switched back and forth, and the Bengals were getting there before Jack Meoff Doyle scored the go-ahead touchdown. In the fourth quarter, Jesse Master Bates had a good grip on the ball, preventing Phil Rivers from scoring again, but the Bengals' final drive went up in a sick vape cloud as he hit that Julian Blackmon interception of Joe Burrow. Colts 31, the Bengals 26.
To Western PA, where Mercedes Ben Roethlisberger got into a high-speed Chase Claypool. 7 minutes in, Kevin Stefanski tried to make out like a bandit, but got the door shut in his face when the Browns stepped up a class. Some are calling the Dolphins' trade last year the Lufthansa heist, as Minka Coat Fitzpatrick has the whole squad looking like a bunch of good fellas. Take it back for 6.
The last time the Browns won Pittsburgh, you still had hair, Boom.
Too soon, Tej. Steelers 38, Browns 7. What? Wow.
In Jacksonville, 2 pussies rubbing up against each other in the Scissor Bowl. TJ Hawkinson got into the club. That's what the kids call the end zone, Teach. And Matt Cabbage Patricia looked like a chubby, fat-faced little doll. James, here's to you, Mrs. Robinson, came up shorter than his fantasy owner, Mike Florio, with only 29 yards rushing on Sunday. Many are asking if the Jaguars have toxoplasmosis as Jacksonville loses 5 straight and Doug Marrone is clinging to his 9th life. The Lions 34, the Jaguars 16.
Some spread. Up to New England, where Philip Lindsay Buckingham ripped Stevie Nicks Belichick's heart out one more time as the coach could still hear the Broncos offense forever move the chain. Ryan Lizzo took a DNA test and turns out he's 100% Winovich. Can't catch and played like a bum beat on bum bidet. Did I do that right, Teej?
Nailed it, boom.
Vic Only Fangio made a business decision to exploit Cam, and the Broncos shocked the Patriots in Foxborough 18-12. Huh?
Down to Philadelphia, where the Ravens were serving up a dry LaMartini, taking shots of Eagles like they were Grey Goose. Sanders speed takes the handoff, running free, running past these slower guys. This could be a scoring play. Destiny is calling me. Oh, good, I've got my Eagles guy, Arthega-Whiteside. The Ravens in a killer performance, 30. Eagles 28.
You got a great voice, Boom. In Carolina, where size definitely matters with Teddy Bridgewater versus Nick Foles.
Talking huge cocks, Boom.
Thank you, Teej. Skull Komet dipped into the end zone, and these Bears were tasting grizzly. Mike Davis Love III had the short game working, but it was the monsters of the Midway that Matt ruled the day as Khalil Mack Miller and the Bears D had one of their best days ever, now swimming at the top of the NFC North. Bears 23, Panthers 16.
What? And Tampa Baywatch, where Levante David Hasselhoff attacked the Cheeseheads like a late-night shirtless hamburger. On the offensive side of the ball, Cam Anderson-Brate seemed to be running in slow motion, but his counterpart Rob Gronkowski had a Carmen Electra performance. Tom Brady treated the Bucs offense like family, giving them mouth-to-mouth in a blowout win. And in a touching tribute to former Bucs legend Jameis Winston, Aaron Rodgers threw a pick 6 and did inappropriate things with his groin. Tampa Bay 38, the Green Bay Kelly Packards 10.
We finish in the city by the bay, Santa Clara, with the Battle of the Whiz Kids. The balls seem to shrink in George Costanza Kittle's big hands, and don't call him Coco, because the coronavirus can't catch him in the open field. Robert Tiger Woods brought his second and third cell phones and turned on the burners.
You a sex addict? You addicted to sex? You got a problem with sex?
Speaking of Tiger Woods, Trent Reznor-Williams said, "I want to fuck you like an animal," blocking for the Niners' run game. And contrary to popular belief, Jimmy Hoffa Garoppolo is very much alive, as he said to Richard Sherwin-Williams, "I heard you paint houses." Niners, Rams, we're still watching with 3 minutes left. All right, week 6. We don't have a score because it's still going. The Rams just hit a bomb to actually make it a one-score game. We said to ourselves, let's start taping because this game feels out of reach. And just like that, we also have the Cody Bellinger and the Dodgers just hit a home run. So the Braves are the Braves. We have those games still going on like we said at the start. We have 2 innings left in the baseball game, 3 minutes left in the football game, but we have week 6 to recap, PFT.
Yeah, I'm very excited about week 6. It was a weird week. Not so many great matchups. A big fuck you to the schedulers for only giving us 2 afternoon games, one of which was the Dolphins and the Jets. So really just 1.5 afternoon games to watch. This is a situation where they should take, like, I don't know, call it the Lions game from earlier. Play it on time. But then just, like, show it to us as it's happening, as if it were happening in real time on the Red Zone channel in the afternoon game, just so I can, like, I can pretend that there are 3 games going on in the afternoon.
Right. What were you going to say, Hank?
I'm just confused because I asked that question on Twitter and everyone was like, I said, who chooses this? And they said the networks decide it. But is it the networks or the NFL? Like, who's in charge here?
Roger Goodell.
Who can we yell at? Well,
who's
what you're saying?
Like, should the NFL be like, well, fuck you networks. We want to have, entertain our fans.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So is it the networks that run the NFL, or does the NFL run the networks?
And it was the afternoon slate was horrendous.
Yes.
Like it was. We'll get to it, but those games were absolute snoozers. All right, so let's start with the Sunday night game. Like I said, we'll update the Braves. I mean, the Braves. Actually, let's just start with this. Atlanta sports fans, I'm so sorry.
Mm-hmm.
I'm so sorry because I knew the minute that the Falcons won that the Braves would lose because you can't have both teams winning the same day.
It just wasn't going to happen.
And
yeah.
Georgia being like, this is when we're going to get Saban and, shortened season and the defense is unbelievable. Just it's really, really sad for Atlanta. I feel really bad. I really do.
Well, I mean, you never know because it is the 7th inning right now, so they could come back and tie.
Playoff Kershaw
could come in and give us all a little treat. I mean, baseball's got to be happy if it's going to be the Dodgers and the Rays as opposed to the Braves
and the Rays.
Yes, the Florida-Georgia line series.
I just want to say I'm sorry. So at the time we're taping this, they're down 4-3 in the bottom of the 7th. I'm sorry. Maybe they'll come back. We will update if it happens. But right now, I'm sorry. I feel bad. All right, Sunday Night Football, the Battle of the Whiz Kids. Did you hear Al Michaels? And I'm okay with him screwing this up. He pretty much implied when he was saying like this is the son of Mike Shanahan and John Gruden going up against each other. And I was like, wait, that actually makes sense. Let's just start calling Sean McVay John Gruden's son.
That's all he ever wanted to be in life. Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, if you gave Sean McVay the option right now of disowning his own parents and being adopted by John Gruden, he would absolutely take that in a heartbeat.
They also had the anecdote of the two of them like not being – they're very close, but they can't talk to each other in the season because all they can talk about is football, so they're afraid they're going to tip each other off on what they're trying to do.
So they just cut off all communication.
They just can't – it's like us doing Save It for the Show.
Right, exactly.
They're like, we can't do this because I will accidentally tell you something cool I found out in my hours and hours of film study, and then you'll use it against me.
I always just love when these two teams play each other and we get to see all the pictures of how like the entire Washington R-Words coaching staff was filled with the best coaches in the NFL.
And let them all walk.
And let them all walk away right now.
Yes.
Yeah.
This game, though, to me was a classic NFL game in the case of you're never as bad as you look and you're never as good as you look. Like the 49ers looked so bad against the Dolphins last week, and everyone was throwing dirt on them, and everyone was saying they suck. And the Rams have looked for the most part pretty good this season, but unless you're really truly one of the worst teams in the NFL, you're just always a little bit better than your last game if your last game was a horrific loss.
Yeah, especially if it was in primetime.
Right.
Especially like if everybody paid attention to it and watched it. That's a major.
And Kyle Shanahan's such a good coach.
A very good coach.
He's not going to have them suck. There are certain coaches in the NFL. It's like even if they have injuries, even if their roster isn't great, they're still not going to suck, and they could lose a lot. Like remember when they had Nick Mullins playing the whole year, and I think they won like 3 or 4 games.
Yeah,
they were still competitive,
right?
And that's what good coaching is.
Hand up, we might have overreacted last week when saying that Jimmy Garoppolo stinks and that he's probably not the best quarterback on that roster.
No, wait, we didn't say that. We said that they brought him back too early.
Yes, so he is recovering from the high ankle sprain, or as Trey Wingo calls
sometimes
it,
worse than a break.
Just an ankle sprain. But he looks a lot better tonight, and he's moving around a little bit more than he did last week. So you know what? Maybe we overreacted a little bit, but Jimmy looks good. But shout out to Al Michaels for saying you're not going to see a quarterback like Jimmy Garoppolo miss an open target downfield like that ever. It's like Al, I was alive in February.
Yeah, we watched the Super Bowl.
I know it feels like, hey, remember Tiger King?
Yeah.
This was right before that. Yeah. It happened. I watched it. So, yeah, I think both these teams are probably good. The NFC West is just so confusing to me.
Yeah,
because I don't think that there's obviously the Seahawks are head and shoulders.
But then their defense,
kind of stinks,
and they play the weirdest games ever.
Right. So any team in the NFC West could beat any other team in the NFC West.
It is the most, I would say, the most exciting division in the NFL, and maybe it's just payback for that year, 10 years ago when the 7-9 and 9 Seahawks won the division,
the
Beastquake year.
Yeah.
So this is payback. Thank you.
Yeah,
it took you 10 years, but this is payback.
We appreciate. People forget that the Seahawks used to be in the AFC.
Yeah,
they're just a very very strange franchise.
Yes, they are. So looks like the Niners. Should we say they're back? Should we declare them back?
Yeah, Niners are officially back.
Also, George Kittle is 100% back because I don't know how he got that open, but he deserves a couple easy ones.
Yes.
There are he gets so many of the hard ones where he has to fight off an entire team and be man up like a bear and a lion and just fighting through everyone. Every now and then it's good to see him get one and just have no one around him.
Yeah, get to run like 10 yards in the open field without somebody trying to like rip his jaw off.
Yes.
But Jimmy G looks pretty good, I'd say. Trent Williams looks awesome too. They're having him block Aaron Donald one-on-one a little bit and kind of dominating him. But the Niners are officially back, 100% back, meaning that they'll probably finish like 9-7 or whatever.
Right, exactly, because they have a gauntlet coming up actually. All right, let's get into the Sunday games. We'll start early. By the way, this was overarching theme for this week was every single Fox, CBS, NBC figuring out how it started, how it's going meme.
And absolutely butchering them.
They had the one, we were laughing so hard because they had the Big Ben one where it was Big Ben in high school and then Big Ben winning the Super Bowl, which happened like 10 years ago. So I don't know how it's going.
How's it going?
But it's so funny when an entire industry figures out a meme at the exact same time because we saw it in every game. In every game, they were showing us how it's going, how it started.
Next week, we're going to have the Pope meme. That's going to be on. Al
I
Michael's
hope we
going to
get
be very
planking at
confused
some point
by that.
this
Planking?
year.
Yeah.
That would be sick.
Planking. I do feel like planking is due for a comeback, though.
Absolutely.
Tua should have planked on the field after the game.
Planking in the Bernie.
Yes.
Those are two things. Take a flyer on them.
Yeah, why
when
not?
the internet was cool.
One other thing about this Sunday night game, and I think it just went final. Yeah, so 24-16 Niners. Jimmy G, he knows when the camera's on him. He's giving that like little smile.
Well, he's hot.
Yeah, that's the smile of a guy that knows that he's currently looking hot while he's smiling.
Yes.
He knows when the cameras are on. Like any given moment, you could just press pause when Jimmy Garoppolo's on there, and you'd end up with like a 10 out of a 10 Bumble profile picture from him.
Right, and he's got the gold. It looks hot. The whole thing is looking hot.
Jimmy the Greek.
I love when the Niners wear those uniforms they wore tonight.
They're pretty sick.
And the Rams, I'm not a fan of those ones.
You don't like the blueberries? I like the blueberries better than I like the grays. The 50 Shades of Gray.
The Veruca salts.
Just get their asses kicked when they wear those.
That's true. All right, let's go into them. Ravens 30, Eagles 28. This game was actually very much in hand. Carson Wentz pulled a little bit of a Brett Favre where he was terrible in the first half and then brought them back in the fourth quarter. He was so bad in the beginning of the game. They had their first 6 drives. They didn't get a first down. They'd have Jalen Hurts was actually the one who got their first down.
Yeah.
It's a little quarterback controversy for you. So I have actually 2 takeaways from this game. And the first one is I'm still buying the Eagles.
Yeah, so I think that they could have beaten the Ravens today.
They could have beaten the Ravens.
It was a possibility. I still think they have the talent, like if they ever get healthy, but the Eagles will never get healthy. It's always a nice thing to say, like it's dangling out in the future. If we have a 100% healthy roster,
right,
we could beat most teams. I think in the Eagles' case it's true, but like you can't count on the Eagles to ever field a healthy roster. It's like betting on France to win a war.
No, they're not going to do it, but I'm still buying them because the NFC East is terrible. Dak Prescott got hurt, and the next 4 games for the Eagles are Giants, Cowboys, Giants, Browns. I think they're going to go at least 3-1, and we're going to be sitting here being like, watch out for the Eagles. They're looking pretty good. And Carson Wentz, I think we talked about it a couple weeks ago, but it was the Niners game, the Sunday night Niners game. He's kind of turned a corner of you're not terrible all the time.
Right, when he's running with the ball, we talked about it last week, I think, how he like extends himself and goes completely horizontal. But when he's getting tackled, he doesn't have the internal clock that's like it's time to go down. Like you'll see 2 different sides of the same coin. Ben Roethlisberger and Carson Wentz, they both try to extend plays longer than they should.
Yeah.
But at least Big Ben has the good sense to fake an injury before he gets actually injured,
right,
and crumples to the ground and like takes a couple plays to shake it off. Carson Wentz doesn't know to fake an injury before he gets actually injured. So it looks like there's like a pack of 7 wildebeest trying to like tear, or he's like a wildebeest and they're like a bunch of hyenas trying to tear him down, and he ends up taking like that one extra step and tweaking himself.
Yep, and this is going to sound very, very stupid, but I actually believe it. Patrick Mahomes, I have that theory that no one hits him hard because everyone likes him. Remember the rumor that like no one liked Carson Wentz in his locker room, which was debunked by our friend Chris Long and debunked by other people, but whatever, there was smoke there, and I don't think Carson Wentz is a bad teammate, but I do think other players on other teams are like, fuck this guy, he's a bad teammate, I'm a Nick Foles guy, I'm gonna fuck him up.
Right, they know that they're not gonna get any payback if they hit him late.
Like, I heard you're a bad teammate, dude, which could be, it's totally not true,
right.
but I think that actually matters, and they're like, fuck this, let's get him.
Mm-hmm. The Eagles are also starting to use a lot of the pop passes, which we saw so many pop passes from Jimmy G tonight.
Yes.
His passing stats are probably inflated by like 3 times.
Yeah.
Just based on those little handoffs that happen to travel like an inch forward.
Yeah, it's a Drew Brees offense.
Yes, exactly, except they're throwing an underhand.
Yeah.
Which Drew Brees should probably think about doing. But in this Ravens-Eagles game, Lamar Jackson, we've talked about Lamar Jackson.
Okay. I think you're going to say my second point before I do.
Well,
I like this. Go.
You can bring it up. Lamar, he's not really that great playing with a small lead either. He needs a big lead.
Yeah, he needs an enormous lead.
Yes,
No,
he can get you. He can get you a big lead sometimes, but he's not really. We talk about him not being able to come from behind at all. Even if you're up by like 2 scores, he's limited sometimes.
And the Ravens got penalized a lot in this game, but if you're a Ravens fan, I know I've had my history calling them frauds and all that stuff. I think even a Ravens fan who hates me for saying that will admit that the offense does not look like it did last year. I mean, last year they were incredible. Last year their run game was better than some teams' pass game. They were just ripping off yards left and right and essentially unable to be stopped. This year they still look good, but it's that extra gear that's like they don't really have. And I think it's actually not Lamar, because Lamar, you could maybe say the passing game hasn't clicked for those big plays, but it's actually the other part of the running game outside of Lamar that hasn't been like just absolutely killer.
Yeah.
Where they're just running it down your throats, and Mark Ingram and they're going for, 7 yards a pop. It just doesn't feel the same. So I don't know if they'll figure it out. I don't know what's going on, but I think it's okay. And Ravens fans, you can tell me if I'm being unfair right now, which I don't think. I think deep down you know the same thing, that it just feels a little bit different.
Yeah, I think the passing game doesn't look as good as it did last year at all. Like Lamar hasn't made as many
of those
home run
plays haven't been there either. Yeah,
exactly. I do think that the kicking game is still on point. And Justin Tucker, I was watching him kick. He kicks like he's going to hit the moon one day.
Yeah.
Like his field goals go so fucking high. But I'd like to give a shout out. I don't know who their holder is. I think they have the best holder in the league. No one talks about that. But the holding game is a very intricate part of the kicking game.
Would make sense.
Because you have to put it down on that one blade of grass that the kicker wants it on.
Yep.
They have an underrated holder, whoever that is.
Yes.
Good
Shout
job
out that guy.
Good job to you, holder.
Wait, it might be that guy we had the long snapper on.
Morgan Cox, right?
Yeah, that's Morgan Cox.
The Cox. Calais Campbell, he said after the game, this team has championship DNA. And I thought that was interesting because he's, as a person who's been in the Cardinals and Jaguars locker room for 10 years, he knows championship DNA.
You can feel it.
When he sees it.
Yes.
But, by the way, he's probably got the best voice in the NFL.
Oh, yeah.
Calais Campbell.
Oh, yeah.
You could say anything. And
Big time.
It's going to sound great. But, I think the Ravens defense isn't the same Ravens defense that we think that
the whole
is.
team in this, again, the Ravens are very, very good. We're nitpicking a 5-1 team. Mm-hmm. I'm excited. I think they play the Steelers next week. I'm excited for that game.
We deem them worthy of examination.
Well,
right?
It just feels a little bit different, and it's okay to. I mean, you could make the argument for every team right now. So we're probably doing a little bit too much of nitpicking. But what else are you going to say for a 5-1 team? They're really, really good. They're also it feels a little bit different than last year when they were just killing people.
Ravens holder is their punter, Sam Cook.
There we go.
Great
Sam
holder.
Cook. So I saw too the Eagles Twitter account. Whoever runs that account, everyone knows that I'm obsessed with the tweets after a bad loss. They tweeted "fought until the end," and let me tell you, Eagles fans were not happy with that.
Really?
Yeah,
because that is like the Eagles fan way.
Yeah.
Like maybe if the Eagles
we're knocked out, but we're still fighting.
Exactly, we're gonna keep throwing punches and throwing up on people.
There was a video of a brawl in the 300 level with 5,000 people in the stands, and Philly still found a way to fight. Which
well,
was
the
awesome.
dude was wearing a Ravens jersey.
Yeah.
Inside Lincoln Financial Field.
For it.
He was asking for it. You have to ask about the elements of provocation.
And then the last thing I had for this game, we discussed this a little bit off air because we sit and basically every Sunday we sit, watch every game, make jokes and half-baked ideas and say stupid shit. Mm-hmm. And the 2-point conversion was terrible by the Eagles to end the game. And I said that Doug Pederson seems like a guy that if you peeled back his skin in his skull, there'd just be a big bowl of beef stew in where his brain should be. And like that just felt, I don't know why, but it feels like he's a beef stew brain type of guy.
Yeah, just hearty. Maybe not the most intelligent person, but like masculine.
But good, fills you up.
Yeah, fills you up.
Also, he feels like a guy who, if like you made beef stew, he would get force.
Yes.
He'd be like, yeah, let me have some more. And then just start farting on your couch. You'd be like, that's actually a compliment to the chef.
And his brain gets better over the course of the season as all the ingredients start to like marinate and marry inside of itself.
Right.
So like the later you go with him, the stronger he is as a coach. John Harbaugh's brain, I feel like would be maybe just popcorn.
No.
There's a bunch of popcorn.
No, John Harbaugh, he's like
Pasta. Here's what he is. He's linguine with like butter, like a very simple sauce.
Yeah, I like that. I also would say he's a bunch of perfectly sharpened pencils.
Okay.
Just sitting like he's a pencil holder inside of his brain.
And he's got a pencil sharpener in there.
Yes.
Like the one,
Yes.
it's a bunch of pencils that are in the process of being sharpened.
Right.
And the old school Boston pencil sharpener that used to be mounted to your wall.
Yeah, so we'll start. We got to start updating coaches and what's inside of their brains if you peeled it back.
I feel like Belichick has just like a hyper intelligent, pissed off frog.
Yeah, or Belichick just has like a mini Ernie Adams.
Yeah,
like a doll set. It's just Ernie Adams playing in his office.
Or my theory is maybe Belichick has another Belichick inside of his head.
Yeah.
That's controlling the outside Belichick.
Yes.
Like the alien in Men in Black. There was like one of those small ones that is like pulling all the levers.
I think
there's just a smaller Bill Belichick that's telling big Bill Belichick what to do.
And some of them are super easy. Like Bruce Arians, I think we can both agree is just Mai Tai.
Crown
it's just
Royal.
a shitload of Mai Tai.
It's
sloshing around in his brain.
It's a purple Crown Royal velvet bag, and then inside of that,
it's a Mai Tai.
It's a Mai Tai. Yeah.
He's like, yeah, he wants some of Bruce's special sauce.
Yeah.
And it's like, wait, is this Crown Royal? No, it's my Mai Tai.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right, yeah, so we'll update for Sunday Night Football, I think in Shanahan's brain,
a BMX bike.
Yeah, it's a BMX bike with pegs on it.
Uh-huh.
But it's also a little mini Shanahan saying, "Don't talk to McVay," and vice versa.
Yeah,
being like, whatever you do, don't talk to your friend.
Or they've got each other inside their own heads.
Yes,
Sean McVay has a little mini Kyle Shanahan head right underneath the surface
with
of
the BMX bike, and then in Shanahan's head is a little McVay with his shirt off.
Yeah.
And maybe a perfectly sharpened beard with his Phillips Norelco one blade.
And
that's a free shout out.
Inside that head of Sean McVay, inside Kyle Shanahan's head, is John Gruden's head.
Yes. Oh, Pete Carroll. Isn't there a wall in Seattle, the gum wall?
Yeah.
That's just his brain.
His brain, yeah.
It's just it's just thousands and thousands of pieces of chewed gum.
Either that or his brain is just wrapped in it with a double bubble wrapper, like the yellow one with the twisty ends on each side.
Yeah. No, it's actually a gum. It's gum. Mm-hmm. But the gum makes up the Twin Towers.
Ooh, yeah. I like
inside
that.
of his brain.
For sure.
All right, we'll update as we go along the season. But yeah, beef stew for Doug Pederson.
Yes. That's
nice, hearty, big chunks of beef.
Maybe
too.
some barley in there, too.
Yeah.
Really warms you up.
Yes. I'm just thinking of Mike Tomlin. He's just got a bunch of riddles in his head.
Oh, Jesus.
It's a bunch of really hard to figure out riddles.
Yeah, I think it's like
that he wrote for himself.
It's a fortune cookie, but the cookie is a brick. It's just like a cinder block, and you have to crack open the cinder block, and then you pull out a riddle that makes absolutely no sense to anybody except for Mike Tomlin.
Yes.
His brain is just an enigma machine that's designed with a code that only he knows how to translate.
Oh, fuck. Yeah, we'll do more. They're off the cuff, so as we come up with them. All right, next game, Texans-Titans. Romeo Crennel. I love this decision. So the Texans played really well against the Titans. They take the lead 36-29 with 2 minutes left to play. Romeo Crennel goes for 2 to try to go up 9. Doesn't get it. The Titans come down, score, kick the field goal or the extra point, tie the game, and then go into overtime and win. I love this move by Romeo Crennel. I know it's probably not the best math move, but you're 1-4. You're the interim head coach. You're not going to get the head coaching job. Fuck it. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, fuck it. Like, this
is
one of those,
because 9 is more points than 7 points is.
Right, and this is one of those decisions where the numbers might not back it up, but it's a total gut feel of how your team is, and like, hey, let's go try to fucking get a win. Let's
also,
go try to steal a win.
You can't stop Derrick Henry. You haven't been able to stop him the entire time, so you might as well. Basically, Romeo Crennel was admitting they're going to score on us. Hopefully, we can stop them on their 2-point conversion.
Right.
And fuck with it that way.
No, if they got the 2-point conversion, they would have won the game. because they would have been up 9.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
So they're saying like.
So he's just going for the win.
He's saying if we kick a field goal, they're going to come down the field and score, and then we have to try to stop Derrick Henry on a 2-point conversion,
right?
Which we probably won't be able to do
so
either.
Fuck it. Let's just try to end it.
Let's just end it. Also, big shout out to Mike Vrabel, the time traveler. Mike Vrabel figured out a new way to bend time.
Mm-hmm.
So remember in the playoffs when it was like him and Belichick having a stare down, trying to figure out like who can milk the most time off the clock, who can stop the clock in these weird ways. It was in the fourth quarter, and Vrabel did an intentional too many men in the huddle on defense.
Yep.
Because it was like 2nd and 1. The Texans were obviously going to convert, either on the next play or the play after that. They would have milked another, 40 seconds to minute and a half off the clock. Vrabel took the too many men penalty, gave them a first down, but it also stopped the clock. So he ended up saving himself like another 30 seconds of time.
This guy.
He is the clock master. He's
the
timekeeper.
Yes, he knows every little trick.
He does. And then I think Deshaun Watson is the most sympathetic character in the NFL right now.
Poor Deshaun Watson Twitter world
yes.
that just goes off. Like, can you Deshaun Watson's getting wasted. Deshaun Watson, this is so sad.
Yes, it's not only that, but he's actually using his power for good now across the entire NFL because now it became, Deshaun Watson's not even going to get to touch the ball in overtime.
Right.
The overtime rules are broken.
They stink.
So now they need to change the overtime rules because of Deshaun Watson. Like, we went through this with Patrick Mahomes in the playoffs a couple years ago.
Yep.
Even that couldn't get it done. But Deshaun Watson is like, everyone just looks at him and it's like, man, I'm sorry. You're really good. I wish that we could help you out a little bit more.
Maybe that's the new rule. Is just the rules stay as is, but if Deshaun Watson is involved, he definitely gets to touch the ball.
We want to see Deshaun Watson get and the funny thing is, like, if he got the ball in overtime, he probably just would have gotten drilled and broken his back.
Yes.
And,
They quick update, by the way, to your good bad teams. I think the Texans are number 1 now.
Texans are number 1
because the Vikings, which we'll get to, they've lost that power.
They stink. Yeah,
because the Texans are going to be. I think their schedule gets a little bit easier. They did a good job blocking for Deshaun today. Will Fuller has not been hurt yet. I think they're going to get frisky. I think they're going to get frisky here. They're going to win a couple games. The Texans are definitely top of my list of team to beat a playoff team with championship aspirations late in the season and be like, damn, that sucks for them.
Yes, I'll put it this way. Later on in the season, when you're going through the upcoming schedules for the teams that are in the hunt and on the bubble, when you see the Texans, that's not a surefire W that you pencil in at that point.
Nope, definitely not.
So Texans, Titans. Titans are really, really good. Derrick Henry.
Ryan Tannehill.
Yes.
Ryan Tannehill
He's good.
We made all the jokes in the world, but the step has been taken. Mm-hmm. It has fully been taken. This is not a statistical anomaly anymore because last year at the end of the year, we're like, oh, he's doing it, but he's just playing out of his head. We're now 6 weeks into the 2020 season. He's got 13 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. He's on pace for 42 touchdowns, 6 interceptions, and 4,700 yards.
Yes.
He's good.
Has there ever been a quarterback that has gotten this much better this late in his career?
Well,
because this is not the same. He's aging like not a fine wine, but like a perfectly serviceable, but maybe a little bit overpriced wine.
We'll get to it, but it's pretty clear there's really only one reason behind all of this.
Tractor Cita.
No. He got away from Adam Gase.
Yep.
Like, this is we'll talk about Adam Gase later when we get to the Jets Dolphins.
Uh-huh.
But maybe the worst indictment on Adam Gase's resume is how good Ryan Tannehill is.
Well, yeah, and when you're with Adam Gase, you must learn all the ways not to be good at football before you can really excel.
Right.
It's like Socrates used to say, like the wisest man knows that he knows nothing. After spending that much time with Adam Gase, you know that you're dumb as shit. Right? You're under no illusion. Like, Ryan Tannehill didn't go to Tennessee thinking, the starting job was going to be handed to him, that he was like hot shit. He's like, no, I know I've spent all this time with the world's biggest dunce, so I'm a blank slate right now.
Right. So, yeah, Ryan Tannehill, very good. Shout out our guy, Taylor Lewan. I think he might have torn his ACL. We don't have confirmation, right? They think, they fear.
I don't think it's looking good.
All right. I hope he's
not
okay.
Positive, not reporting. Also, to your point of good bad teams, there are 9 teams with just 1 win right now.
Ooh.
It's very ugly up top. And the Jets, double-digit teams with 0 or 1 wins. So
there's a lot of shit out there.
Yeah.
People want Trevor Lawrence.
Yes, they do. I don't know. I think the Titans are good. I just don't know. Like, every game they play is close. I guess they beat the fuck out of the Bills.
Well, we get to see them finally play the Steelers this week.
Oh, so it's Steelers-Titans this week.
Yes.
So Ravens-Titans, or Ravens-Steelers is a couple weeks from now. But yeah, Steelers-Titans. So one of those teams, maybe they'll tie. That'd be great.
It's just not fair that Tractor Cito was the fastest ball carrier this week. You can't be that big and also be that fast.
He's so damn good, and he's good way too early in the year, which is not fair. All right, next up, Bengals-Colts. I just wrote down poor Burrow. That's all I wrote.
Yeah.
Literally all I wrote, because he's good, and there was that moment where he was trying to drive him, and you see it with young quarterbacks when their offensive line is so bad. And Joe Burrow's a tough motherfucker, but he had 3 seconds, and then he kind of flinched in the pocket because he was just expecting to get smoked. And then but it was the one time his offensive line actually blocked for him, and he stood back up and completed the pass.
He was like, I have no idea.
Like, what
I've
the
never
fuck?
been here for this long before without getting like a cleat shoved into my mouth. But I noticed one thing about Joe Burrow today. He gets great spots after he completes passes. This has happened over the last 3 or 4 weeks. He'll throw
AJ Green spot?
Yeah, he'll throw a guy open to just about dead level with the sticks. They'll give him another yard. I think it's the refs being like, hey, we know your offense sucks. Your line is not good.
And the Bengals being up 21-0, I think we all thought okay, well, how are the Bengals going to blow this? Because it was 21-0, but it was okay, this can't. They got to be up 28-0 for us to start really thinking.
Right.
And of course, the Colts, I think, were down only 3 at half. The Colts, I don't know what to make of the Colts. I really don't. I think I have to stop. I'm not betting on them for the rest of the year because I just can't.
They're too weird. They're
They're
weird,
just a
very
weird
team.
And Phil Rivers has just gone to full shot put. If you watch Phil Rivers, you isolate his throwing motion at this point of his career, you would not think plays any sport.
No.
You'd be like, that's the first time that guy, you think he's a CrossFitter.
Yeah, this guy delivers mail.
Right.
That's what I would, Phil Rivers a CrossFitter.
No, I'm saying the athletic build, but doesn't know how to hold a ball.
Right.
You throw him a ball and he'll drop it.
Yeah.
You're like, what's going on here?
To me, he looks like an aging college basketball coach.
Yeah.
Like someone who used to be the hot shit that's kind of let themselves go. A couple seasons worth of the grind has gotten to him. He just looks like he does look like a sweaty UPS driver.
Yeah.
And yeah, he's going full sidearm with a lot of his throws.
Yep.
He's not fully extending his elbow, but it works sometimes. And when they got out to that 21-0 lead, when the Bengals took the lead, like you were saying, it was not safe. I said when they were up 21-0, I was like, they're going to blow this game. It's like if you have a dream and everything in your dream is happening so perfectly, you tell yourself in your dream this is a dream. This isn't real.
Yeah, this is not real.
This is not working out for me.
This is going to happen.
And then, sure enough, they woke up in the second half. And you remember Geno Atkins?
Yeah.
Is he still a thing?
I think so.
I haven't heard the name Geno Atkins in at least 18 months.
I don't think so.
And he's really good.
Yeah. No, I mean, he was incredible. Those years, yes, he is still a thing. Those years when the Dalton Bengals, when everyone was like, watch out for the Dalton Bengals, it was pretty much because of Geno Atkins.
It was Geno Atkins and Dominic Sue and Aaron Donald.
Wait,
those
in the league.
Those are the defensive tackles that you talk. Maybe Gerald McCoy too.
Yes.
But Geno. Remember Geno Atkins?
Yes.
He was good. I'd like to hear his name more often.
Yeah.
And Randy.
Fat Randy's the best kicker in the league now. We've actually he doinked one.
Which is perfect.
Yes,
that's
very.
But
he also hit like a 58-yarder. Mm-hmm. So Fat Randy, credit to us for pushing you to those heights.
When he doinks one, it should just be like a giant tuba sound effect. Boom, boom,
yeah,
boom.
Yeah, just following him around.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Falcons, Vikings. So the ghost of Dan Quinn. The Falcons, they have the death rattle. They bounce back. Classic Vikings, Kirk Cousins, 3 interceptions. Actually, let's start with the Vikings because I have an idea for Vikings fans.
Okay.
Stop rooting for the Vikings this year. Stop caring about the Vikings this year. Pretend that the Vikings, that you are just, they're a fantasy football team and you just have Justin Jefferson. Buy his jersey, don't track the wins and losses. Don't track the actual final score for the Vikings. Just be like, Justin Jefferson had 9 catches for 166 yards and 2 touchdowns. Mm-hmm. That's a win for us.
That's fun.
That's all you should do. Just minimize it. Just hone in. Only watch him. and you'll probably have a lot better of a time.
Yeah, maybe tune in occasionally to try to catch a glimpse of the fights that Adam Thielen and Kirk Cousins get in with each other on the sidelines. The most hilarious, like, little lovers' quarrels that they have. I think we said a couple years ago it was like watching two corgis in a dogfight when Thielen and Cousins.
With little life vests on, too.
Yeah, they're just
throw
adorbs.
Corgis into the water.
They're the most adorbs when they fight. They're so cute. They have the funny little crinkle nose. It's like two Canadians trying to, like, in an argument over who's going to buy the other person's coffee.
Right.
That's what.
Yeah,
that's what I assume.
Paying ahead.
That's what I assume they're yelling at each other about. But yeah, Justin Jefferson is awesome. I think he's taken the throne of the coolest new touchdown dance that I don't totally understand yet. And I'll learn what the dance is, what it's in relation to.
What was he doing? Was he doing the gritty?
Yeah, he was doing the gritty.
Oh, yeah.
So, like, you give me another couple weeks to actually figure out and wrap my brain around what the gritty is.
It's an LSU guys thing.
Yeah. You just look awesome when you do it.
Yes. The Falcons do have the ghost of Dan Quinn on the sideline because at the end of the first half, and the Falcons this was a no-doubter. They were up and they were winning this game the whole time. But at the end of the first half, there were 7 seconds left. They were on the goal line, 2nd and goal. And they had a timeout, and they ran the ball, called the timeout, and kicked a field goal. And I was like, you know what? It's good. I actually think Raheem Morris was like, this one's for Coach Quinn.
Yeah, pouring out a 3-pointer for Dan.
Yeah, let's do everything you're supposed to do. Let's do the opposite here and make sure that we get 3 points.
I think that it's going to come down to the Falcons and the Texans. What they're playing for right now is the right to present the best case to Eric Bieniemy to be their head coach next year.
Get ready for the Falcons because Lions at Panthers, Broncos at Saints, home against the Raiders. I think they can go 4-1 in that stretch.
Let's go.
I'm buying back in.
And then
because I don't know what it speaks to just how bad Dan Quinn was as a coach because he's a defensive guy. But Raheem Morris had them playing defense today. Like that wasn't Matt Ryan finally Matt Ryan played great, but their defense was so much better than it has been. So I think you're going to get. I think Raheem Morris might fuck around and just get this job.
We also got a rare glimpse of the supportive version of Arthur Blank lurking on the sidelines and encouragement.
Same as the non-supportive. Looked exactly the same. He doesn't have any other look in his life.
He just wants people to know that sometimes he can creep you out because he's happy.
Right. And again, Falcons winning today means the Braves had no chance of winning, and I feel very bad for Braves fans. They're now down to their final out, just to update. So, sorry. But Braves fans knew this was going to happen.
I do like the Falcons jerseys today, too. The white Falcons ones.
Yes.
Those are much nicer than the fake throwback ones that they sometimes wear.
Yes. Okay, before we do the next game, let's do a quick ad.
By the way, Kirk Cousins, league high 10 interceptions.
Ooh.
Nature is healing.
New sponsor alert.
Yes.
New sponsor alert. PFT, we got a new sponsor. Get excited, everyone.
I'm super excited. Hank, what was that? That was a
sponsor alert.
The clicky,
sound.
Yeah,
okay,
sponsor
the clicky
alert.
Sponsor alert sound. I'm very excited about this one because I've always wanted to get into some serious luxury investing.
Hell yes.
And did you know that only 1% of day traders actually turn a profit?
I was actually going to say that.
Yeah, you were about to say. You were saying it like all day today. It's like your new fun stat that you like to bring up all the time. So why are so many of us mistaking picking stocks for serious investing? You can't control the markets, but you can control your risks. So how do billionaires like Bill Gates, Jeff Bezos, and Jerry Jones control their risk? You're not going to guess this. They invest in blue chip art. That's right. They invest in art.
Are we going to become art dealers?
I've been wanting to become an art dealer, maybe expand my portfolio for a while.
Hell yes.
Our friend, it sounds super classy, so I want to give it a shot. Our friends at Masterworks.io are letting everyday investors like me and you get in on the secret asset class that was previously only available to people that had A-Rod type money. So if art investing sounds unusual to you, you're not alone, but 86% of wealth managers recommend investing in art. But the ultra-wealthy have been investing in art for centuries. From 2000 to 2018, blue chip art outperformed the S&P by an incredible 180%. Here's my theory why. This isn't in the ad copy, but the price of art always goes up when the artist dies, right? So the more artists die as time goes on, I would assume the value of art increases. So you got more dead artists that can't make any new paintings.
Watch your back, Buddha Ben.
Watch your back, Banksy. So just a few years ago, a single Da Vinci sold for $450 million. That's equivalent to Patrick Mahomes' entire contract or 14.5 Mitch Trubisky contracts. You tell me what is the better bargain, 14 Mitch Trubisky's, or 1 Patrick Mahomes.
14 Mitch Trubisky's.
So imagine being able to invest in the very same pairings as paintings as millionaires and billionaires at a fraction of the cost. We're talking Banksy, Warhol, Monet, Picasso, the types of artists that you see hanging at museums. You can now own portions of their art in your portfolio. Masterworks.io makes investing in art as easy as trading stocks or betting on sports online. What's even cooler is Masterworks.io has a secondary market, so you can buy, flip, and sell shares if you want some extra excitement before action comes back in 2 weeks. And the best part of it is you don't need to know anything about art. Not a thing. The experts will create a custom portfolio to meet your investment needs. And with Masterworks.io, you don't have to choose between big risks and big returns. The best part is they're hooking up AWLs with the ability to skip their 25,000 person wait list today. All you have to do is go to masterworks.io, use promo code PMT. That's masterworks.io, promo code PMT, and you can skip that big wait list, but the offer expires soon. So check them out at masterworks.io/disclaimer to see their important information on there. I'm going to invest in art. I'm just telling you right now. Naked ladies only. And you know what? Just naked bodies only.
Hell yes.
I'm going to own a bunch of shares of nude paintings. I highly recommend that you join me. Let's make some money together. And as these old art guys start to croak, we're riding this all the way to the top. The cream is rising. I'm going to be on the bleeding edge of the art investment scene. And I'm going to use masterworks.io, promo code PMT, to do it.
Okay, next up, Hank. Broncos 18, Patriots 12. If I told you before this game that Drew Lock would be 10 for 24 with 2 interceptions and the Broncos wouldn't score a touchdown, what would you have said the final score would be?
24-6.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So the Broncos instead decided to field goal the Patriots to death with 6 field goals. I love when a team wins with just field goals. 18-12. The Patriots do have a banged-up offensive line.
And they're dealing with a global pandemic.
They weren't
allowed to practice, right?
Yeah.
They had limited practice reps this week?
Bill Belichick shut the facility down out of caution, safety.
Uh-huh.
He cares about the players and the safety of his people more so than winning. In a regular year, it'd be down in the dumps, doom and gloom, but I think we all can agree that we're just worried about the players' safety and everyone,
got it.
You want to get you want to get through this season healthy,
right?
Right. What do you think that the chances are that the Patriots miss the playoffs entirely this year?
0%
chance.
0% chance.
0%.
I think this is the first time they're under 500 in
2002.
Jesus Christ, that's crazy. That is crazy.
Welcome to the club, Hank. It's comforting. Just seeing you go through what we've all gone through as fans of normal football teams.
But this isn't a normal year. If it was a normal year, it'd be a completely different story. But it's like they couldn't play. Cam couldn't play 2 weeks ago. They haven't been able to practice. They didn't practice. Every team does a run-through on Saturday. They didn't because of COVID. Somehow the game probably should have gotten postponed. I'm not going to be that guy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but you did.
But it seems like they postponed last week, and then the same thing happened this week. But since there was a schedule problem, the NFL was just like, yeah, let's just play.
How are you feeling about Cam? He had double everyone else combined rushing on the Patriots, and also Julian Edelman had 2 passes. So
yeah, that was kind of. That's one of those things where it's you can tell when the Patriots are down and they're really pulling out all the stops. They pulled out the Edelman pass twice.
Yes,
so they're just trying to get it going. I'm not worried. Give us 2 weeks. Give us a week of a normal practice, normal schedule, and I have no doubt that we'll be back to where we need to be.
Also, the Broncos are cursed.
The Broncos, low-key, it's they're just a weird team for the Patriots.
Within 2 minutes of each other, Big Cat and I independently put curses on the Broncos.
Double curse.
For cutting our friend Blake Bortles over the weekend. Now, you might say, wait, they can't possibly be cursed. They just beat the Patriots.
Nope.
Fact check, they have not scored a touchdown since they cut Blake Bortles.
Right, their offense, and Drew Lock threw 2 interceptions.
Anemic offense.
Yes.
I would say, you know what? This is the first time I can ever remember even thinking about using the A word, the anemic word for the Patriots offense. It does look kind of anemic, Hank.
The Miami Dolphins are ahead of you in the standings.
That's fine. It's former Patriots coach.
Brian Flores. So you root for that?
No, but it's not surprising.
Hank has a flow chart. If it's not the Patriots, then it's second would be Tampa
Brady,
Bay.
Bucs,
And then after that, it's any coach who's ever had a cup of coffee.
Yes.
Yeah. What's wrong with that?
So Philip Lindsay was back. He looked good. Melvin Gordon, double the DUI and then the strep throat. Those have to be related.
Yeah, maybe he blew into a dirty breathalyzer.
And now he can sue the Denver police officers?
Yeah.
This game sucked, though. This was one of those red zone games we didn't really see much of.
Just flew by.
So instead, I would like to talk about Tim Tebow's tweet. We got to talk about Tim Tebow's tweet.
Mm-hmm.
So Tim Tebow on Friday, I'm actually shocked that we didn't just stop everything and do an emergency show for this tweet. Sometimes parody, like when we parody something and then someone does it for real and you're like, whoa, this is too freaky. Mm-hmm. He tweeted, would you rather be respected or liked? Imagine if we didn't have like buttons, but instead we had respect buttons. Would you rather have 110 likes or 34 respects?
Definitely 110 likes.
Why 34 respects, by the way? Why is it?
That's the conversion ratio.
That's how many people like your tweets but don't respect you?
Uh-huh.
The remaining like 70 plus?
Yeah.
Damn.
Well, he's probably taking into account like irony and sarcastic likes of a tweet.
Right.
So he actually understands Twitter more than you think that he does.
Unbelievable.
How high was Tim Tebow when he came up with this?
On life? Mm-hmm. On God?
Yeah, just huffing.
Fucking through the roof.
Yeah, just huffing church air.
Yeah. As high could be.
Yeah.
As high as I was when I thought that the Alabama-Georgia over didn't hit, and I tweeted, fuck this kicker for not hitting the field goal. He fucked our over, and then everyone was like, dude, we hit the over an hour ago.
Shout out 3Chi.
That high.
So it's Tim Tebow coming up with the whole, like, this is a Michael Scott riff, essentially. And also, it's the F button in Call of Duty.
Yes.
F.
Yes.
It gives respects, right?
Is that true? Mm-hmm. Oh. So I was just getting respects all that time?
I would love.
Yeah.
I would love.
Well, it's pay respects of a dead guy.
Oh,
okay.
You left that part out.
If Tebow like came out with his own version of Twitter.com,
yeah,
but it was all based around mutual respect,
respecting each other,
I would smash that button on every girl on my timeline.
Yeah,
respect.
This might actually fix the social media. Mm-hmm. Everyone's mad at Facebook, mad at Instagram, mad at Twitter. Just have respect.
Yeah,
respect book.
I respect when Hunter Biden does cocaine with his friends.
Respect.
Yeah.
Done. Respect. All right, so that was Broncos Patriots. Washington football team, Giants.
Yep.
Joe Judge off the schneid. He said afterwards, when the players lose, I feel bad for the players. When the players win, I'm happy for the players. So that's
so
Joe Judge has like a singular stick figure in his brain.
Ooh, I know.
Just like waving.
I would say Joe Judge has like an autographed portrait of a shirtless John Taffer in his brain with accountability tattooed across his chest.
Yes. So Joe Judge, quite a quote. But yeah, the Giants have a win. This was the unofficial. There's going to be a lot of tank for Trevor Lawrence games, but this was definitely one of them that we can look back at. Mm-hmm. Also, the Giants, say something nice about the Giants. The Giants defense actually is frisky. They're decent. Like I think they're top 10 in yards allowed. They're not terrible. So if you're a Giants fan, you're looking at that and like maybe we can, because that's really what it's all about when your team sucks, is find one unit, one player, anything to be like, well, if we just build this up, we'll be good.
I think that the Giants are the best conditioned team in the NFL.
Yep.
They don't get very tired at the end of games.
No.
So that's what I would focus on if I was a Giants fan. They run fast in the fourth quarter.
Yes. And now what is the football team's plan at quarterback? Because it doesn't seem like there is one anymore.
A plan.
Well, Haskins was sick.
You're giving us a lot of – he still has diarrhea.
Yeah, he's sick.
Haskins still has diarrhea. He was not at the office this week at all because he's just been on the toilet shitting his brains out. They should stick with that. They should say he was not benched for performance. He's just had the runs for the last like 3 weeks. And that's really the only way that you can maximize trade value because they realized after the fact that like openly announcing that Dwayne Haskins hasn't made a single bit of improvement since Ron Rivera's been coaching him, not a great way to try to get a high draft pick for Dwayne when you move on from him.
You got to put him back in.
Just say, you have to put him back in against a shitty team. Hope that, it doesn't get much. This would have been the week, probably.
Put him back in for practice.
Put him back in practice. Have like a viral video come out of practice one day where he just throws a sick pass down the sidelines to Terry McLaurin for like 55 yards, puts it on dime.
Yep.
Just use that and be like, his butt's better. He's no longer squirting out fudge. He's back to slaying guns. So I think that's really the only way that you can maximize the trade value, because otherwise every team's just like, we know that you hate him.
Right.
So
and there's something up here.
There's something going on there.
There's
so
something up here.
It's not gonna work out. Just say it's the water in DC. He's allergic to the water in DC. It makes him shit all the time. If he just had a new change of scenery, maybe like, I don't know, send him out to Detroit. He'd love the Detroit water. He'd love the San Francisco water. The problem is, you know what? There are too many quarterbacks in the NFL right now.
Yes.
There aren't enough teams that have like a dire situation.
No, there's more coming in, like Justin Fields, Trevor Lawrence, Trey Lance. There's going to be. I do think that we're in a great spot for quarterbacks in the NFL right now.
We've got kind of a logjam.
We've come through remember a few years ago when it was like, man, the quarterback position sucks. We're on the other side of that one.
Mm-hmm. There's like a logjam of good quarterbacks that might improve to being great one day, so teams won't move on from them right now.
Right.
If you look around the league, there's maybe 4 or 5 teams that you know for a fact are going to be looking to get a quarterback in the draft, and that's it. Like I'm thinking through the NFC East right now. Andy Dalton's a great quarterback. The R-Words and the Giants
could use one.
Probably going to use one. Mm-hmm. Philly, we would say that you might want to take a little look.
Jalen
Hurts is pretty good.
Yeah, he's pretty good.
Yeah, if you go through the divisions, there's like, I don't know, maybe 5 teams where it's like, for a fact they're going to be looking
They
for
want a quarterback.
Too many quarterbacks in the NFL right now.
All right. So next game, we got Browns-Steelers. The Browns are still the Browns. That sucks for Cleveland because you went and played Big Brother, and it's been now 17 seasons. And that was an ass kicking. Mm-hmm. Like, I know Baker's hurt, and whatever. You want to throw whatever out there, like Chubb, you don't have Chubb. But that was a out-and-out ass kicking. Like, the Steelers' defense fucked your shit up. And I actually think Ben, he wasn't that good. Mm-hmm. He did the thing where he looked at his hand after a bad throw at the beginning of the game, almost giving himself like, hey, remember this in case I'm bad today. Mm-hmm. I'm hurt. But he did enough. He had a nice deep bomb, and Chase Claypool's a beast. But yeah, the Browns, there's nothing worse than thinking you have a good team and then stepping up in class and just getting the shit kicked out.
It was a little reminder. We didn't get fooled though.
No,
I think we knew.
I had the Steelers.
Yeah, I think that what's 2003. 2003 was the last time they won Pittsburgh. I wasn't fooled, even though the Browns are, I think, 4-2 since they had the open casket wake for Swagger.
Okay.
For the original one.
So yeah.
So they've been on a good roll, but like they've been playing very well for the Browns, but they're still the Browns.
Get healthy. I see a lot of people out there saying the new line is that Baker Mayfield might be short.
He's gotten shorter.
He's gotten shorter.
He got a rib removed.
Well, it's when he has to stay in the pocket. He can't see the lanes well. Mm-hmm. So we got to fix that height issue.
Get some Air Max 720s.
Yeah, but the Steelers are good. The Steelers are really good. I think the Steelers are one of the best teams in the AFC.
This is probably not the best week to bring it up, but I keep forgetting to when the Browns win, and who knows when the next time the Browns. You never want to take for granted that the Browns will ever win another game. So I'll just say it now. Bill Callahan is the best offensive line coach in the NFL.
Yeah.
So if you're looking,
because what's his name in New England?
Dante Scarnecchia.
He was probably the best.
He was, but Bill Callahan is a very, very good offensive line coach. But what's going to happen is eventually he's going to have enough success. Like when he was in Dallas, he was a great O-line coach. When he was in Washington, a great O-line coach. He's done a very good job in Cleveland. He's going to get promoted. There's going to be like some old school GM, probably like a Gettleman type, that will try to resurrect his career as a head coach again. And then Bill Callahan will go 5-11 3 years in a row, and then go back to being offensive line coach.
I'm looking at it right now. The Browns are going to be okay.
Okay.
The Browns are going to be okay. They play the Bengals next. So the Browns have the Bengals. This is just, I'm picking off wins that I think they can have in the rest of their season. Bengals, Texans, Jaguars, Giants, Jets. I just named 5 teams, and so the rest of their schedule, if they can pick off 1 or 2 more wins, like they can be a 10-win team somehow here. Because there are some games that are winnable coming up.
Yeah,
I'm the Browns. Don't jump yet.
Don't write them off yet. The Steelers. What's the Steelers' biggest weakness?
Well, Devin Bush getting hurt is bad. I would actually say Big Ben maybe, but not. Like there's been times where he hasn't looked fully. Right. He's never going to be. He's not prime Big Ben.
Big Ben was never fully Big Ben in his entire life.
Maybe their secondary, if their pass rush isn't getting there. By the way, T.J. Watt, I think like a pitcher, when a pitcher gets he has a tell, T.J. Watt definitely knew the snap count with Baker Mayfield. There was a few times where you can't be closer to being offsides, but like he was doing when you're Madden, when you just go up at the right time. He did that like 4 or 5 times.
Every single time?
Just perfectly.
I think the Steelers' biggest weakness is that they don't have a glaring biggest weakness. They don't know how other teams are going to game plan for them.
Yeah. If
they had one thing that they really sucked at, then they would sit down every week and be like, well, we know that they're going to do this against us because we stink at kick coverage or whatever.
Yeah.
So they don't know how to put themselves in the brain of a smart football coach that's evaluating them.
At Titans, at Ravens next for the Steelers. So we'll find out. We will find out. We will know a lot about the Steelers in 2 weeks.
If I were to ask you right now, Big Cat, how old do you think Kevin Stefanski is? What would you say? Pull up a picture of Kevin Stefanski.
I would say early 40s.
He's 2 years older than us.
Whoa.
And he's got like a full gray beard. I'm looking at this guy on the sideline, and I can't
that's
believe...
not early 40s, isn't? He's 38.
Yeah, but remember, mentally, we both think that, or I think I'm 27.
I'm a father, so I do think I'm 35.
I'm 27 inside my own head. But I look at Kevin Stefanski, and I'm like, how is this guy's at least 50 years old.
But, yeah, this is the same conversation because you see anyone in a position of power and you're like, old person.
Yes, exactly. Like that guy is somebody's
35.
boss. Yeah. I don't know. He was probably with a facial,
he's 38.
with a beard like that.
That's early 40s.
He's buying Everclear when he was 3 years old.
You're like, oh man, that's that's the cops.
Yeah, I'm like, okay, boomer.
He's got a job. He's got a big job, big important job.
Actually, even like some athletes that are 10 years younger than me, I'm like, oh, that guy's old as shit.
Right. Yeah, no, this is more about you than it is.
It is,
Kevin
yeah.
Stefanski.
It's a 1,000,000% about me. But don't look at Kevin Stefanski and be like, this guy's 38 years old. That guy looks like he's 50.
No, he's just got a gray beard. If he shaved his beard, he would definitely look 38.
Probably.
It's just the gray beard. Gray, that's why I die.
It sucks that Devin Bush is hurt because he's really good.
Yes.
And he's fun to watch. And you knew it, like the second he got injured, he did the pound the turf. Mm-hmm. The pound the turf and then the hands on the head immediately are the two signs where a guy gets hurt and you're like, okay, this is actually
And then the thumbs up as you leave, being like, okay, well, that's...
A guy has never given
thumbs up.
A guy has never given a thumbs up in a scenario where he really wants to tell everybody I'm doing great.
It's our old friend Trill Withers tweet when he's like, I want to see a player give the thumbs down.
Yeah,
as they tear their ACL and get carted off.
My leg is
I'm having a bad time.
My leg's in 5 different
sucks.
pieces. This stinks.
All right, we're good with Steelers Browns. You got anything else?
Just shout out to Mike Tomlin for waiting to put Mason Rudolph in the game until Myles Garrett was on the sideline. You don't want to be giving him flashbacks on that.
Yes.
I'm going to change my mind on what Mike Tomlin's brain looks like. I think it's just a very sharp rock.
Yeah,
like an extremely sharp rock.
A lot of pointy edges, maybe like one of those like fake diamonds in there.
Yeah,
it's not worth anything. But it looks like it might,
and it can do damage to you, and you're intimidated by it.
It'd be a good bookend.
Yes.
Yeah.
One other thing about the Steelers: certain franchises should not be allowed to pick up good free agents. Like Minka Fitzpatrick going to the Steelers.
Well, that wasn't a pickup.
They traded.
Yeah.
Or they shouldn't be allowed to acquire good players that weren't
Well, they gave a first pick.
I know, but the Steelers, they draft good enough already. They're so good at doing that, at like finding and developing talent on their own. You can't just give them another good player, like a bonus player.
Yeah.
Fuck that.
Bonus players. Okay, before we do next game, let's do a quick ad. Are you wearing your Whoop?
I'm wearing my Whoop right now.
So am I. Nothing
I like more than looking at my strain after a day of losing a bunch of bets on football and realizing that I pretty much got a workout in, just sitting on the couch being terrible at gambling. You guys have heard us talk about Whoop for a while, and you know how much we love them. I love Whoop. I like checking my stats in the morning, see how recuperative my sleep was. I like using it when I'm on the Peloton. I can tell how hard I'm pushing myself. It was actually like a godsend for me over the pandemic break when we weren't really in the office. I would check my stats, make sure I was getting good exercise in on a day-to-day basis. Now it's bulking season, so I'm going to try to get up to 200 pounds before my next XFL tryout, so I can be a thicker kicker. And Whoop is the perfect tool to help you train for whatever you have going on in your life. They're proud to partner with Barstool to host a virtual charity 5K on October 26th. I'm going to run in this. I'm saying it right now. I'm going to run in the 5K. I don't know what a virtual 5K is. I assume that we're just going to be doing it independently. No cheating. I'm definitely not going to cheat and make it look like I ran really, really fast. Not going to happen. But I will be participating in that. It's during Breast Cancer Awareness Month.
You guys should do it on a bike that two of you can ride.
That would be a good idea.
Yeah, tandem bike.
If it doesn't
5K.
rain on Fridays.
Yeah. What's up with Fridays just always being raining?
It sucks, man.
This Friday, we were going to do it again.
It was
and
rainy.
It was pouring rain outside.
Yep.
Our donation page is live now, so go to barstoolsports.com/whoop5k. Help us raise money for MD Anderson. If you don't have a Whoop yet, check out with the code TAKE and get 15% off. Go to whoop.com, enter promo code TAKE at checkout to save 15%. When I was playing ping pong last Thursday, I was logging this under my Whoop. I saw that my heart rate was getting up to like 148 beats per minute while playing ping pong. That's probably not super normal or healthy to be exercising that hard whilst playing ping pong.
Be you, King.
But I'm just doing me, and I end up winning. Hank almost won too. Good job, Hank.
Yeah. Almost.
Mm-hmm. Almost a good job, Hank.
Yeah.
So you can sleep better, recover faster, train smarter, and join our fight to help raise money for MD Anderson this October with Whoop. What do you think? How fast do you think I can run that 5K?
22 minutes.
23 minutes.
Yep.
That's my goal. 8-minute miles.
You got it.
It's not going to happen.
Okay. The NFC North leading Bears.
Will you apologize for the Bears?
5-1 Chicago Bears. The would you rather lose pretty or win ugly? That's a quote from Nick Foles. Chicago Bears. The defense is back. The Bears are 5-1. I don't give a fuck how they're winning. They're going to be underdogs every single game. I'm going to keep betting on them. I don't care. Chicago Bears. And fuck it. I don't care. I do not care. Yes, Matt Nagy. Matt Nagy is, I actually think I've finally come to terms with Matt Nagy. I actually like him as a head coach. I don't like him as a play caller.
Okay.
So, like, if he could just find someone else
that's
to
weird
call the
because
plays.
that's like the opposite of what he was brought in.
Right.
He was brought in because he was a hotshot play caller.
Like, if Nick Foles could call the plays, that'd be cool. I think Matt Nagy's actually a good head coach. I think he actually pushes the right buttons, gets some guys, the club dub thing. I think it's lame, but whatever, it works. I don't like his play calling because he's always trying, he's trying to check boxes, and he has like a collection of shiny little plays that he wants to show off that don't work. And it's like, just let Nick Foles do his thing. And let me put a little tag on this. The offensive line is not good. It hasn't been playing well. So you could be the best play caller in the world. If your offensive line can't block, it's going to look like shit. So there's a little part of that. But that, for the second week in a row, in a situation where he could run the ball, burn more time, he passes and they don't complete the pass. And thank God the defense bailed him out, because that would have been an all-time stupid decision.
There was a series of 2 plays where I think I liked what Matt Nagy was doing, because I think he ran a play to set up the very next play. He almost ran a play, ironically, where he put 4 tight ends in.
Yes.
Remember that play?
Yeah, on the
goal line. On the goal line.
Yes.
They ran just a straight up, the most unimaginative dive of all time. They were lined up with 4 tight ends, and they just gave the ball to the tailback and said, okay, plunge straight forward. Everyone knew that play was coming. And then the very next play, they spread it out. I don't know, Warren Sharp, you can look at whatever the formation was. I want to say the personnel was probably
light box.
I don't know, it was 11. It was 11 personnel out there. So you had 1 running back, 1 tight end, and then receivers spread out to the side. And then they ran the same type of play, the dive up the middle, which scored a touchdown that was overturned. But he ran that first unimaginative play to set up running the exact same play out of a different formation the next time.
He's got good ideas.
And so if you're coaching against him, you're like, okay, well, this asshole just obviously ran in a jumbo package, and then when he spreads it all out, he's probably going to pass it this time. Psych, left turn, we're going to run it again.
But he does that also to the detriment of the team when, I've talked about it before, but he will oftentimes only run it out of under center and not pass it, where it just becomes predictable. The situation that I'm talking about at the end of the game, he actually said afterwards, we knew we were going run, run, pass, which is exactly what he did against the Bucs, run, run, pass. So teams might be able to figure that out, Matt. They might be able to figure that out, that you're going run, run, pass there.
There's something about these Bears wins because they're a very good team, right? Their record says that they're a very good team.
Yes.
But there's something very unsettling.
I don't know, very good. There's some things
there's
that
Super
need
Bowl
to be
chatter
fixed
around the Bears right now.
In all honesty, the defense, and I don't want to make this about Mitch, but I'm a big, big believer in complementary football and the psyche of a football team. And I do think the defense has their edge back knowing that they can play and maybe make a couple mistakes here and there, but fly around and also go after the ball and like almost like a little bit of a freedom where if they give up a couple touchdowns, it's not game over.
Right. They can take chances.
Right.
I agree with that 100%.
Mitch, it was like, all right, we have to play a perfect game to have a chance to win. With Nick Foles at quarterback, it's like the margin for error is not as slim, so we can be a little bit more free. And they have been playing a more freestyle, and it feels like they have their edge back. So that matters. That shit does matter to me. I don't. You can put it on a fucking spreadsheet. That shit is like human emotion, locker room, football guy shit. That absolutely matters when it comes to offense and defense.
Right. But what I was saying was, like, after every Bears win, there's something deeply unsettling that prevents you from, like, fully enjoying it because it's a flawed team.
No,
in a lot of different ways.
The Bears.
So, yeah. So
this is how it's always
even
been.
Though you win,
it's how it'll always be.
You're thinking back, and it's, like, raising a lot of questions. You're like, yeah, it was, I guess we won, but I'm very, very troubled. It's like watching a Werner Herzog movie. You're like, you sit and you think about it later, and you're like, that's really fucked up, but it was really good.
Yeah, no, the Bears will never be like perfect. They're just not. They're never like the Chiefs have been perfect. Like the last year there were times when they're like, oh, that's a perfect team. Like the Patriots have done that. The even like the Ravens when they won the Super Bowl, or like you can list all these teams where like, oh yeah, they have no real weakness. If they're playing their best game, they'll beat you 10 times out of 10. If the Bears are playing their best game, we'll still lose a couple times because it's just you just point to things like Nick Foles. I like him, but he's still Nick Foles. Like, he's still not, like, there's a reason why he's been on 7 teams or whatever it is. It is, well, but I'm okay with it.
And he went to, like, several colleges because everyone wants him.
Yeah, I'm not going to apologize. I'm going to enjoy it. I'm going to have everyone doubt us. I know that deep down, the Bears are destined for a 10-6, 11-5 record, and then to lose in a heartbreaking way in the first round, and then everyone to shit down my throat. I know that, but I don't care because I'm going to enjoy it until I have everyone's anus hovering over my mouth as I swallow America's shit.
It would be just a real shame if you guys finished 10-6, made the playoffs, and then Aaron Rodgers beat you.
No,
in the very
dude,
first
they
game.
might not. We'll get to them. Packers might not make the playoffs.
Well, the Bears are in first place.
First
in
place.
The division.
Number one. First place. Our loss was against the AFC. The Packers lost against the NFC. The Bears are in first place. I will not apologize. I fucking love this defense. I don't care if it's ugly. We'll keep winning ugly. Monday Night Football next week. No way that will go bad.
Monday night against who?
The Rams, who just lost. No way that will go bad.
Yeah. Nope.
No way. Remember we did the most important player, best player thing to sound smart? The Bears have a definitive best player on their defense, Khalil Mack. Most important player, Akeem Hicks. He's a fucking beast.
Okay.
So if you want to sound smart about the Bears, say, yeah. You know who really makes it cook? Akeem Hicks.
You know what you can also say to sound smart? Just because Allen Robinson doesn't light up the stat sheet every week,
he's incredible.
You can say he's a really underrated blocker at wide receiver.
No, he's a great wide receiver. He doesn't get enough credit. And David Montgomery's not the problem. The offensive line is. But hopefully that gets fixed. All right, next up, Lions, Jaguars. The Jags are just tanking?
The Lions didn't blow a big lead.
The Lions
they maintained a big lead today for the first time,
which is more about the Jaguars being just terrible. I think they're tanking now. I don't know. So Doug Marrone after the game, he had a really nice quote. He said, "It's being 0-5 is a big challenge, but with big challenges come big rewards." So he's done a spin zone. That's
where it's like it's always darkest before the dawn. I think maybe he was just talking about getting paid. Like it's nice to the big reward
paycheck,
is
yeah.
I cash a paycheck every 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Even though we're 0-5 and it's for a lot of money.
Yes. Yeah. That makes sense. The DeAndre Swift looked good. Our friend World of Isaac, who's now becoming a regular on mentioning Lions games, did have a tweet that I very much liked because Matt Stafford does make throws like Patrick Mahomes, and no one loses their mind about him because he's Matt Stafford, but he had a throw like a sidearm he had a submarine throw that was incredible, and it was like, this is an incredible throw. If Mahomes did this, and I'm not blaming Mahomes, it's more the media, they would all be losing their mind. But Matt Stafford, I'll forever say that he's a good quarterback stuck in a bad situation.
Hall of Famer.
Matt
Stafford.
They do have
Future
a
Hall
win,
of Famer.
by the way, 1-5.
What's that?
They're 1-5.
Yeah, they beat the Colts.
Oh, that's right.
Week
They've had 5 straight losses.
Yes,
I guess.
5 straight losses.
He's saying that's when it's darkest right now. It's about to be dawn when I go to my mailbox and put that deposit into my bank. It'll be nice. It might be time for another cry fest for Marone.
Yeah.
I think he might need to start weeping again.
Yeah.
I think he said that he's keeping all of his friends employed, which is nice. He's not going to fire his defensive coordinator.
That's
He's
huge.
like, as long as I'm the coach, he's going to be on the staff also collecting a check.
Yep.
So say what you want about
Keep the
Doug
gang
Marone,
together.
but
They're probably just going out for some spaghetti and meatballs on
looks
Tuesday
after-
nights.
for the
being like,
fellas.
hey, we're getting paid.
This is a classic kind of test case franchise when it comes to my theory of just like the kicking situation on any team is always going to like tell you if it's a functional franchise.
Yeah, you
or
talked
not.
about this a couple weeks ago. The new kicker that has never kicked before in an NFL game.
They had a
regular
kicker
season.
that had never kicked a field goal in a game.
Yeah.
Preseason he did a couple years ago. And then I looked him up. His name's John Brown. And I got confused because it said like the little like nugget that they put on Google when you search his name says that he's a UK soccer star. So I was like, wait a second, is this guy like a British soccer player? No, he played football at the University of Kentucky. Same amount of World Cup titles in the last 50 years, but like very, very different ecosystems. Kentucky as opposed to Great Britain.
Yes.
But he made it. He made a field goal.
He
today,
made
so
a
that was
field
nice.
goal.
That was. You always know that your franchise is in dire straits when the best thing that you can take out of the weekend is like this guy that had never done his job before in an NFL game didn't completely screw everything
It's
up.
a nice story.
Yeah.
It's a nice story. So Lions get their second win. They're going to be one of those teams. They might be a good bad team.
Yeah.
They have the bones to look good on a given weekend, but be bad.
I think that they're a bad average team.
Yeah. They might be below average. I think they're a good below average team.
Well, it depends if we're talking first or second half. So
Yeah.
first half Lions are a great bad team.
But their resting heart rate is bad, but I think they have abilities to be good.
That's just because teams take on the personality and physical parameters of their head coach.
Right.
Matt's
But like the Vikings I think their resting heart rate should be good, but they're bad. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're underachieving, where the Lions, when they win, it's like, oh, that's nice.
It's kind of overachieving a little
Right.
bit. I'd say the first half Lions are one of the best teams in the NFL. If the Lions and Eagles could like figure out a way to just combine their halves together,
Right.
they play an entire game of good football.
The human centipede them.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Jets, Dolphins. Whew. Dolphins 24, Jets 0. I mean, there's only one story here. It's Adam Gase. Adam Gase, there was this graphic that was shown on the TV that's shocking. Adam Gase, 2015, Bears OC, 21st ranked offense. 2016, Miami head coach, 24th ranked offense. 2017, Miami head coach, 25th ranked offense. 2018, Miami head coach, 31st ranked offense. Last year, Jets head coach, 32nd ranked offense. This year, Jets head coach, 32nd ranked offense. They've scored 75 points in 6 games, 6 offensive touchdowns. No one else has less than 100. I actually am going to zag on everyone and say, like, I applaud Adam Gase for getting this far in life.
Yeah.
It's incredible what he has done. And we've said it before, we'll say it again. It is a great lesson for everyone out there. Get yourself next to someone great and have everyone else think that you had something to do with it, and you're set for life. Adam Gase was the OC for the number 1 ranked offense and the number 2 ranked offense when Peyton Manning was with the Broncos.
And Peyton Manning was essentially the offensive coordinator for
Right.
those teams too.
And he then
Adam Gase's job was to make sure that Peyton Manning's hot tub was turned on when he was like soaking his foot in it watching practice.
yes, and then he has parlayed those 2 years where he was just basically around Peyton Manning to 5 years, 4 and some change because he'll probably get fired this year, of being a head coach in the NFL.
Yeah.
It is, in your wildest dreams, you can't fail upwards like Adam Gase has failed.
And say what you want about him, but I was listening to you list off all those stats. He's very consistent.
Yeah, consistently awful.
Yes.
Right.
You know what you're going to get out of
Right.
Adam Gase. There are no surprises.
12.5 points per game, and he's an offensive genius.
I think it's possible that the Jets don't know whose job it is to fire Adam Gase. And that's the whole reason that he still has a
and
job.
we also have the theory that at this point, I think Joe Douglas hates Adam Gase so much, the best way to stick it to him is make him keep coaching the Jets.
Yeah. And then, I mean, Woody Johnson is the owner of the team, but how involved is he? Like, Douglas might be waiting for Woody to put his stamp of approval on it.
Yeah.
And he's not
He just
checking his
hasn't.
email over in England.
Right.
And so, like, I think there's a very real possibility that, like, everyone is thinking that it's the other guy's job to make that decision to fire him, and so that's why there's been no movement on it.
It's remarkable. Joe Flacco took a 28-yard sack.
I was about to say the play of the day was Joe Flacco took a sack for minus 28 yards.
One shy of the record.
I didn't think that Joe Flacco could cover that type of ground on one play. That's amazing. Like Flacco, say what you want about him, he's still got the wheels if he's able to retreat 28 yards before getting tackled.
Joe Flacco is the king of taking the snap, running 10 yards backwards, and then throwing it 10 yards over the sideline.
Yes.
That's his play.
Uh-huh.
And no one's even close.
That and drawing a pass interference penalty.
Which he can't really do anymore.
Because there's literally nobody at wide receiver.
Right.
It's impossible.
And he can't also get the ball close enough.
Well, his receivers are so bad that you can't – every ball is technically uncatchable when you're trotting out those guys.
Did you see Greg Williams has tried to take over? So he –
Oh, yeah.
The question was asked, like, about your defense, you're giving up all this, and he said it's not all – on the defense, basically saying the offense is so bad, which is true, but you have to be a fucking moron to say that. And then Adam Gase apparently replied, "Shut up and play."
Yeah, I absolutely need like a mid-season Hard Knocks on the Jets. Do we know who's doing the Amazon All or Nothing right now?
No.
I hope it's the Jets.
Adam Gase should fire Greg Williams right now. That would be great.
Well, no, I think Adam Gase is hoping that he gets fired so that Greg Williams will have to coach the Jets.
Yeah.
He's like trying to pass that along.
He hates him. Yeah, right. That makes sense. But yeah, Adam Gase, I'm sure he's probably going to get fired by the time this show comes out. I don't know.
I don't think Greg Williams is the kind of guy that would throw anybody that he works with under the bus.
Yeah.
So I don't know if that was taken out of context where he said, you'll have to figure that out when it comes to the offense. But I'd like to see Greg Williams just, roll out the bounty incentive program one more time.
Yep.
He should probably put a bounty on Adam Gase.
Yes.
Like run into him on the sidelines.
But the Jets' defense is so poorly coached they wouldn't be able to do it.
Right. They'd be offsides.
Because they're coached by Greg Williams. Mm-hmm. I think the Jets are, at this point, they just got to be like, fuck it, Trevor Lawrence.
Yeah.
Like, fuck it. We're not going to win. You can look around the bad teams in the NFL, like even, the Washington football team, they win week 1, and they've been in games. They're in the game this week. The Vikings, the Falcons both have only one win, but they're in game. The Jaguars, have every now and then sniffed around it. The Jets aren't even close. Mm-hmm. Like, this wasn't even close. The Dolphins should have beaten them by more. The Dolphins didn't even play that well, but it wasn't like they're not even playing football anymore.
Right, it's a different sport.
They need to just get COVID and just go away.
I was looking at the upcoming schedule because I have in moments of honesty with myself, I've thought like, hey, there's a possibility that the Washington football team could get Trevor
Lawrence.
Lawrence, and it's just not going to happen.
The Jets are not going to win a game.
The Jets should be prevented from getting Trevor Lawrence.
Yeah,
the league should step in, and Roger Goodell should say like, for the good of this young man, we're not going to let you screw him up. Although that would be like Dan Snyder's final quest to conquer. Like, I've ruined the development of so many quarterbacks. Maybe I can screw up Trevor Lawrence. Maybe that might even be a bridge too far for me.
Yes.
He loves a good challenge. So the Jets will probably finish with 2 or fewer wins if they get 2. If they get 2, it'll be a miracle.
It will be a miracle. They have that one game. So when I saw they only have 6 touchdowns in 6 games, I was like, but didn't they play that shootout with the Broncos? And they scored 28 points, but they only had 1 offensive touchdown.
Right.
They just kicked a shitload of field goals and a pick 6.
Yeah, they just
and then one offensive touchdown
Brett
was Sam Darnold just happened to break free and kept on running.
He accidentally ran for 54 yards.
Yeah, that wasn't a designed play by Adam Gase.
Adam Gase is doing the producers on the sidelines, and he's just livid that Sam Darnold figured out a way to scramble for a touchdown on a play that was designed for him to take a 12-yard sack.
The only thing the only positive I would say is, well, this isn't really a positive if you're a Jets fan, but you'd have to assume that both Sam Darnold and Joe Flacco will be good next year if they get away from Adam Gase.
That's true. That's true.
Like the Ryan Tannehill. That's the part that's crazy is that we just talked about all that with Adam Gase, and we're not even mentioning, because we kind of alluded to it earlier, but probably the 4th in voting for MVP this year is because Adam Gase was his coach and he sucked forever, and then he got he went to the Titans and became good. Mm-hmm. That guy was coached by Adam Gase, and he looked like he never played the position.
I'm actually starting to turn the corner on Sam Darnold. I earlier this year, I just thought, okay, he's not going to ever be the guy that they want him to be when he was drafted. Now I'm starting to realize just how bad Adam Gase is at everything that he touches.
Yeah, I'm the same way.
I'm like, maybe, you know what? I'm starting to feel like a lot of people feel towards Deshaun Watson, towards Sam Darnold, where it's like this guy has gotten absolutely boned by his coaching staff.
I'd like to see him. I'm the same way. I've been hard on Sam Darnold. It's more because, like, people loved him more than Josh Allen. But I agree with you. I would like to see Sam Darnold in just whatever a step above the most fucked up situation is. Just show me that with Sam Darnold. Like, he doesn't even have to be in a functional organization.
Right.
Just a, like, semi-dysfunctional organization, and he might be good.
He's like, if you have a neighbor that just leaves their dog outside all the time and never goes out to, like, feed it or take care of it. That's how I'm observing Sam Darnold right now.
Right.
And the Jets, if he just had a doghouse.
Not even a doghouse, just give him a bowl.
Or just like a plank of wood.
Yeah.
Just like some particle board, so when it rains, he doesn't have to stand out in the rain the entire time.
That's it.
Just like catching fungus.
That's it.
Just give him a 2x4 from Home Depot.
Yep.
Let him make his own little like nest underneath that occasionally. I'll feel much better for him.
Yes. All right, last game before we get to Deion. The Green Bay Packers 10, Tampa Bay 38. Aaron Rodgers inappropriately, disgusting act, humped, thrust in America's face for a touchdown that was called back.
It was a simulated sex act.
It was a simulated sex act. So two things happened at the same time. Aaron Rodgers simulated sex in our eyes on a non-touchdown.
On the Lord's Day.
Simulated that sex. And Colin Cowherd tweeted, if anyone sees a weakness with the Packers, just give me a heads up. I can't spot one. And those two things happened at the same time, and then the Packers gave up 38 points, unanswered points, and lost 38-10.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, the kiss of death from Colin Cowherd. I would like to think that Colin Cowherd hasn't lost his fastball that much where he will be able to like fire off some good takes about Aaron Rodgers doing the sex act, the old discount double dick. But I think that I think Colin Cowherd is like in love with Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah.
I think he loves everything that he does. So I'm doubting Cowherd's ability to move forward because Aaron Rodgers, he typically wears his hats in the correct direction.
Mm-hmm.
So he's a little bit blinded when it comes to evaluating him on that one. But it was an
ass kicking.
It was an ass kicking, and I think it's because Aaron Rodgers has been too happy recently.
Too happy, and all right, so I'm sure I'll get some blowback for this, but I'm going to say it. This is the same issue the Packers had last year. They step up in class. They step up against a physical team, and they don't look like the same, team that was started the season 5-0 or whatever they were.
Mm-hmm.
Like they have beaten the Vikings, the Lions, the Falcons, and the Saints. I'll give the Saints was a good win on the road, Sunday Night Football, but the Bucs played physical. They blitzed. They fucking played great defense. Aaron Rodgers looked lost. I'm not going to say the F word just yet because I don't want to piss off Aaron Rodgers more than the world already has this year. But if you're looking at last year and this year when they play a physical team, it looks a little different.
I think we should just actually want to compliment Aaron Rodgers more. We want to keep him happy, right, Big Cat? So if we keep him happy, Aaron, I thought that was I thought it was hilarious how you did that little double pump from the sketch comedy show that came out 10 years ago. I thought, and also it was originally done by Lance Moore back in 2013 in a game. And I thought that was very funny and timely how you did that.
And you almost you got like halfway to the cervical wall or whatever.
Yeah,
you were almost there.
Almost, yeah.
Nice little thrust. You've totally had a lot of sex, dude. If that's the way you thrust,
you totally touched the G spot on that.
You for sure. You for sure got there.
Mm-hmm.
She definitely wouldn't say, "Is it in yet?"
She squirted, Aaron.
Yeah,
you did a great, wonderful job.
Mm-hmm.
Also, I thought it was cool how the Packers didn't put Jordan Love in the game when they went to their backup quarterback.
Nice.
That was super nice of them.
I didn't because I had an all-time gambling meltdown when I needed a half a point. But credit to me, I bounced back.
Yeah,
I bounced back.
If Skip Bayless doesn't believe in God, he should now because he hates Aaron Rodgers.
Yep.
And the guy that is threatening to take Aaron Rodgers' job is literally named Jordan Love.
Yep.
Like, this is a wet dream concocted inside his little weird brain.
Mm-hmm.
I need to – I saw at the end of the game he tweeted out Brady greater than Aaron Rodgers at the end of it. Put his little stamp on it.
The Packers are going to, by the way, like this is why it sucks to even throw out the thought, the hint, the whiff of the F word with the Packers because – they're playing the Texans and the Vikings next. Aaron Rodgers is going to have like 15 touchdowns against those two teams. This is going to be – he's going to fucking torch those teams.
We got a nice little treat to cap off our Sunday, something that nobody expected. But at the end of this game, we got Blaine Gabbert.
We got Blaine Gabbert, the Blaine train.
He made his triumphant return.
The Blaine train.
The human victory cigar, or the human victory spliff. Blaine Gabbert came in, and I think he just handed the ball off a couple times.
Also, credit shout out Gronk. He's back.
Yeah.
He looked good. He looked young. We also had the Troy Aikman talking about Ryan Jensen's butt sweat for like 10 minutes.
There's a 10-minute diatribe on buttholes.
Because they just ran out of shit to talk about.
Different type of towels that get shoved up there.
Yeah, Gronk's spike needs a little work. He hasn't done it in like 2 years. Yeah, it's been since his last touchdown.
Ooh, you know whose spike was really surprisingly good today was Joe Burrow's.
Yes.
Joe Burrow is a very good spiker of the ball.
Yes. So do you think the Packers are cursed by the Aaron Rodgers pump?
By the sex
the
act?
Little baby pump?
I don't want to say cursed just yet. I'd say that they're having a haunting. Mm-hmm. There's an apparition. What's the word?
Aberration.
There's a dog. There's a ghost that appears.
He also said that Rodgers said afterwards the loss may be good for the Packers. Fuck that. Of course it is. Of course they're gonna fucking rip off a bunch of wins. Their schedule stinks. Their schedule. They play no one except the Bears. They play no one.
They have to play the Bears twice though.
They play no one. The Packers are gonna be like 13-3 again, and everyone's gonna be like, you called them frauds, and then we'll just wait. We'll wait. They're gonna play a physical team. We'll wait. Play some man football, and then you're fucking tossing it around and smiling and discount double checking. We'll wait.
Tom Brady looked like he had all his mental abilities today.
Yep,
he recovered from dementia.
Took
from
a
last
long
week.
nap.
Yes.
Drank a lot of water. Got a nice massage.
Because it's earlier in the day. He wasn't sundowning yet. If you play him after dark, he gets confused and forgets where he is.
And credit to the Bucs defense for losing Vita Vea and being awesome. Levante David was sick.
It was. You know what I really enjoyed about today's game? It was the rare appearance of Aaron Rodgers trying to make tackles.
Yeah.
You never get that.
Yeah, he's only thrown 3 pick sixes in his career, which is crazy.
And so he actually kind of stopped a pick six. He almost had 2 pick sixes today.
Yep.
But he got just absolutely ran over by somebody. But in the process of getting run over, kind of like clogged up the lane a little bit, and the guy got tackled. But seeing Aaron Rodgers get blocked or try to make a tackle, it's completely unnatural act, but it's fun to watch.
It's good times. Okay, let's get to Deion. Before we do that, a quick word from our friends at Cross Country Mortgage, America's crazy good mortgage company. You probably have heard the word mortgage. Owning a home is scary to you. It should not be, though. You need to call our friends at Cross Country Mortgage or go to ccmlens.com, ccmlens.com/take, because owning a mortgage shouldn't be scary. You probably have some questions. You probably don't really understand the process. Well, they can help you understand the process and stop throwing money away every single month with rent. You're just paying someone else. You are making someone else rich when you pay rent to someone else's mortgage. You need to get your own mortgage. Sometimes it could be less than the rent you're paying, and it can all start with Cross Country Mortgage. Our friends at Cross Country Mortgage, it's like a mom and pop shop. They will pick up the phone. They'll go online. They will talk to you. They will walk you through the whole process, whether you are someone who needs financing, someone who's a first-time home buyer, maybe you don't have great credit, maybe you're a military vet. Every single case, Cross Country Mortgage has an answer for. So they're licensed in all 50 states. They offer a broad portfolio of traditional and niche loan products. And when people want to buy a home or refinance their current loan, they want it done quickly. Cross Country Mortgage delivers that. Fast closings, highly efficient process. Underwriting is complete in 24 hours or less. It's all there with Cross Country Mortgage. They are the best in the biz, and now is the best time to renegotiate your contract terms and take advantage of a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. Mortgage rates have reached record low levels in 2020, and refinancing now means you probably won't have to worry about your rate again as long as you own your home. So whether you're a homeowner, whether you're trying to be a homeowner, Cross Country Mortgage has it all. They can save you money today, and they can make sure you have a great experience with your home. Cross Country Mortgage, so go right now, ccmlens.com/take to learn more about your future home buying experience or to refinance your current mortgage. That's ccmlens.com/take to learn more, ccmlens.com/take. I talk to these people. They are great, great people. Big cat approval, ccmlens.com/take. Cross Country Mortgage LLC, NMLS 3029, NMLSconsumeraccess.org, equal housing opportunity. Go right now, Cross Country Mortgage, ccmlens.com/take. Okay, here he is, Deion Sanders. All right, our good friend, co-worker, Coach Prime. He is on with us 10, 15 minutes every Sunday talking about the biggest news from the NFL. Let's start with the game we just watched. The Green Bay Packers got absolutely smoked by Tom Brady and the Bucs. What's your biggest takeaway other than after Aaron Rodgers did that disgusting act of humping in everyone's face, the Packers scored 0 points, and it was a 38-0 run from that point forward?
It was so funny because when he was doing that, all I could see is Dave right next to me saying, yeah, when he's playing somebody that he could beat down, he has this arrogance about him, and he does. I just heard him just blasting in my ear saying that, and then after the 2 picks, he never recovered.
Yeah, it was bad.
Never recovered.
It was bad. And the Bucs, credit to the Bucs because they're missing Vita Vea, who's out for, I think, the rest of the season, and their defense looked awesome, even without him.
Where was this Bucs defense a week ago?
Yeah.
Like where were they? And Gronk has finally risen.
Right. He looks like old Gronk.
I'm happy that Gronk is alive. I didn't know if he was alive. I didn't know if he was – I don't know what he was doing these last several weeks. But Gronk is alive.
Yeah, I think he looks like he's back up to what his old playing weight was. Maybe it was the uniforms they were wearing today because they had those like pewter pants or whatever they are. Gronk looked like big old Gronk, and he looked happy. His spike sucked, though. Did you see his spike?
Yeah, he was just – he hadn't been in the end zone, 2 years.
Yeah.
He took a toll on him.
He's out of practice with that for sure.
Yes.
So is Aaron Rodgers washed up?
Ooh, good question.
Of course not. Aaron Rodgers is still the man.
That was a good question.
Still the man.
That was a really good question.
Can you just say that he's washed up so that we can put out a quote saying that you said that Aaron Rodgers is washed up and we'll get a shitload of retweets?
Aaron Rodgers is the man still.
Oh, brutal. What about the Cleveland Browns not being able – so it's 17 years now. 17 years they haven't won in Pittsburgh. In terms of like the psyche of a team that's rolling, they're 4-1, they're feeling good. They go into Pittsburgh, they get absolutely demolished. Baker was hurt; he was playing hurt. What happens?
No, don't do that. Don't do that.
No, I'm going to do that. His ribs.
Don't do that.
His ribs.
Don't do that.
His
don't
ribs.
Do that. Don't do that.
What happens to the psyche of a team though after having a loss like that? You know, a promising start and then a loss like that, where they step up in class to the big boy division and they get absolutely killed.
They're JV. You know that. We know that. Everyone knows that. They know that. They're JV. They're not varsity yet.
So,
and you know, don't give Baker that out. Don't do that. I don't think Baker would respect you if you give him that out.
Okay.
And I want him to respect you.
Well, so what does he have to do to get up to varsity?
Yeah. What do the Browns have to do?
No, not Baker, the whole team. That's not just on Baker. The whole team, they're not on that level yet, man. They got a ways to go. They're not on that level.
I just think about how happy the Browns fans were, and it is demoralizing to have that big test and fail it. Like, even if you lose close, you can say, well, we're right there. But that game was never even close.
No, from the coin toss.
Yeah.
They probably lost that. I didn't even watch that. They probably lost the coin toss, too.
Yeah, that's true. That is true.
What about what's going on in New England? Are you concerned at all? If you're Hank Lockwood, our producer, and you are a diehard, unbiased New England Patriots fan, are you pushing the panic button?
No, because that's just time away from the game. That's just COVID type stuff. What we saw today was a tribute to COVID. Those guys are regimented guys. New England is they're like a army type team. Like they got to be here, do this, do that, and when it messes up their schedule and their routine, they don't respond well.
Don't do that. Don't do that. Bill Belichick would not appreciate that. He wouldn't respect you as a man if you did that, and I want him to respect you. Don't do that. See how that sounded? Because I know Belichick's not using an excuse for that game.
No,
absolutely not.
He's not, but that's what it is. Sometimes you just have those games. Denver? Are you serious? That's why I'm saying this is that type of game, because Denver, this was Denver that went in there and did that.
And they didn't even score a touchdown. That's the craziest part.
No.
They didn't have a very good game.
I don't think – just pull Cam out of that MVP conversation that you guys had. That's a wrap.
It's actually interesting because we had two of those happen today. I mean, Cam was more of a fringe MVP guy, but Rodgers, like that, that's going to be tough to win the MVP with a game like that where he doesn't throw a touchdown. He has 2 picks and like 150 yards or whatever it was. Like that definitely feels like with Russell Wilson, Mahomes, maybe Josh Allen you throw in there, Lamar, the defending MVP. Having a game like that hurts. Yeah.
I'm so proud of you.
Yes.
I'm so proud of you by saying Lamar. I'm so proud of you. I really am.
It's gonna be tough for Rodgers to come back in the MVP race for that. Now, are you ready to respect the Chicago Bears that are now first place in the NFC North, 5-1? No respect. They're underdogs every single week. I saw they're underdogs next week, Monday Night Football against the Rams. What do they have to do to get respect?
Consistency offensively. Defensively, we know what they bring to the table. But everybody's just waiting on Foles, his slipper, to come off. Mm-hmm. I'm a Foles guy. I love me some Nick Foles. That's why I can't stand Philly, because they wouldn't have won anything without Foles, and it's showing. They're not going to win anything without Foles. But I love Nick Foles. I just want him to prove to the world that he could be a consistent starter. That's what they're waiting on, consistency.
Now, if he can prove that, would you put the Bears? Are they in your pretender pile or a contender pile? Because I'm fully on board with the Bears. No, and I'm going to tell you why you're wrong. Because the Bears, they win the weird games that everyone expects them to lose, but they do it enough where that's just their pattern. You are what your pattern is. The Bears are a weird kind of bad football team that's actually really, really good.
I wouldn't say bad.
How are you going to ask for my opinion then tell me no?
I'm letting you know, because the Bears are going to be 15-1 and they're going to win every game by 1 point, and you're still going to be sitting there being like, they stink. And at some point you have to say you are who your record says you are.
Stop that.
5-1. You are who your record says you are.
You got to let him fly this kite. You can't ask me something, then jump me when I give you an answer.
That's what I do.
Well, your answer sucks.
Ambush me.
Your answer sucks.
I wanted to help you find a new way of saying that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm going to get? I'm going to get me a junk talker and a cusser just for y'all when I come on the air. And I'm going to point to him, and he's going to do all my dirty work. Okay. You know what? I think KFC is the guy.
Okay.
All right. He can do that for you. Yes, he can do that for you. All right.
He's my guy.
I had one last question. This is you went against your own advice. The Falcons, they have the Dan Quinn firing, and then you get the bump that you talked about, which I thought was an unbelievable point, how after a team fires their head coach, guys in the locker room are looking around and saying, what do we do here? We're playing for our job. We're probably not going to be here next year because we're not the guy's guy. Yep. And then you went against it. Does the bump last?
Because they've hurt me.
Yeah. Does the bump last though for more than one game? Can the Falcons kind of get a little run going?
It's like making love. Once you get it, you sleepy now. Now they're sleepy.
But you get that second nut though. Like if you have the refractory period. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
I knew you were going to take that bait. I knew you were going to jump that.
It happens. It's not like, and afterwards you feel like you're pretty much dead and you have nothing to give the world. But no, I understand what you're saying. They had like a little bit of a bounce back, but if you're like the Dolphins right now, or excuse me, if you're the Jets right now, Adam Gase is pretty much like a dead man, right? Like there's no way that the locker room is following him.
No. It's not just him. The quarterbacks too. Like the quarterbacks, plural, and the head coach, they're connected. They're the only two that's going to have a record. You might as well get ready for the Clemson sweepstakes. That's where they're going.
Lawrence,
First pick.
Yep.
Trevor Lawrence. Thank you for recanting that. Trevor Lawrence sweepstakes. That's what they're on right now. This is pathetic.
Now, right. but I've always thought. Now it's hard to tank in the NFL because it's hard to get up. It's a physical sport.
Yeah.
But you think that they can?
They're not trying to tank.
They just suck.
They don't have to try to tank. They just got to do what they've been doing.
That's why they're not firing Adam Gase. Because like he's found the magic where he's not trying to tank, but he's doing a really good job of tanking anyways. So if they fire him, they might get better and then miss out on Trevor Lawrence.
But let me tell you something that's going to happen. I feel like Trevor Lawrence is going to pull a Elway and an Eli and say, I'm not doing that.
Where do you think Trevor Lawrence wants to play?
That's what I'm saying. It's not New York. I can't see that. I can't.
Washington?
I just can't see it. It's something wrong with the organization. You can't have it's not too many. That's too many consecutive quarterbacks in a system that's bad. That's just bad. They hadn't really won since Rex, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Well,
And that was based on the defense.
Rex
That was
wasn't-
based on all defense.
Rex
not even
wasn't
offense
even
there.
his final tally as head coach of the Jets was even below 500. It's been like I think 25, 30 years since they've had a coach that finished above 500.
Right. And you think that kid want to go there with all he's accustomed to winning, and more winning? Ain't no way in the world. He's going to pull an Eli.
I like this.
Now,
I like this.
Dion,
Yeah.
from a perspective of like a player inside a locker room, what does it look like? What's the difference between you always hear about like good organizations with good culture and then trash organizations that can't get their culture together? What is like the actual the difference as a player, like on a day-to-day basis between playing for a good organization that has their shit together and one that doesn't?
Commitment. The commitment and the expectation. It's sort of like when I was in Atlanta, I loved the Smiths, the Rankin Smith, Taylor Smith, all those guys. They were good guys. But then when I go to San Francisco, playing for Eddie DeBartolo and Carmen Policy, it's a total different expectation in the locker room, a total different feeling amongst the team and the front office. There's a whole different expectation. There's a different commitment to excellence, just totally different. And you wouldn't know it unless you're in it.
Mm-hmm.
Like the front office from Atlanta had no idea who they are or who they were unless you go and really spend time with somewhere like the San Francisco 49ers of that era and that decade is unbelievable.
Interesting.
Total difference.
I mean, I definitely agree with what you're saying because I've heard, and you look around the NFL, a lot of people will say like the NFL is a bunch of franchises, that there are a handful of franchises that are consistently trying to win the Super Bowl and everyone else. Like, that's it. Like, there's franchises.
Everyone else is just trying to make a little money.
Right,
You're
exactly. Make a little money and maybe sneak in the playoffs every now and then. And then you have like 5 or 6 franchises like, this is our commitment to try to win the Super Bowl every single year.
You are accurate, my brother. That's why I love you sometimes.
There we go. Sometimes. You just got to start respecting the Bears a little bit more because they're 5-1 and we're not apologizing.
I love me some Nick Foles. Not the other Nick that y'all talk about, but I love Nick Foles.
Yeah, you love it. Yeah, there's a lot to love.
Sir, yeah.
There's a lot to love. A lot to love. All right, Dion.
Oh my God.
Coach
Hey,
Prime.
I got the guy's name wrong today. Give me the name again.
Trevor Lawrence?
No.
Oh, Dion called Glenny Balls Lenny Balls.
Oh, Lenny
which I actually
Balls.
like more.
Not Glenny Balls. The other guy that I was introduced
Oh,
to today.
Tungstown Bob. Yeah, you're dipping into
Tungstown.
the bar.
I thought it was Tongues Down. It's
No.
Tongues Town.
Well,
Yeah,
Tongues
like
down works too.
Youngstown, Ohio. Yeah, tongues down.
Dion's
You know what
quickly
that's about.
finding out we're not the NFL Network.
Yeah.
Tongues Brown Bob is a totally different guy
That's
with a different
guy.
set of
That's a different
skills.
guy.
Yeah.
That's a different guy altogether. All right,
You
Dion.
guys are unbelievable, man.
All right. See you, man. Thank you.
All right, buddy. See you
ya.
there.
Okay, let's wrap up the show with our Football Guy of the Week and Who's Back of the Week. So, Football Guy of the Week, presented by Phillips Norelco One Blade, the only tool that can trim, edge, and shave any length of hair. Pick up a specially marked One Blade Barstool pack nationwide where you could win up to $1,000 to the Barstool store. And if you have your own Football Guy looks, we want to see them. Tweet your funniest game day facial or body hair looks to @PardonMyTake using hashtag #TrimIt to win it for a chance to win a special PMT experience like playing a round of Mario Party with us, sitting in on an episode recording, or watching Thursday Night Football game with us. We'll be choosing one winner a month, so do it. Hashtag #TrimIt to win it for a chance to win a special PMT experience. Your style made simple. Phillips Norelco One Blade. I use a Phillips Norelco One Blade. I love the Phillips Norelco One Blade. And guess what? They're the sponsors of Football Guy of the Week, so that makes them my favorite sponsor in my heart because of that. They're football guys. All right, Phillips Norelco One Blade, Football Guy of the Week, Jake Cub.
So we have.
Thanks for dressing up, Jake.
Is that a diss?
Yeah, no, it's just I don't know why. You're sitting in Billy's seat, so like it's reflexive.
We're just going to have to roast you. Yeah.
Yeah, reflexive.
It just feels natural.
Like
to
if
make
you
fun
were
of
sitting one over, I wouldn't have said a word. But because you're in Billy's seat, it's like I just want to bust you.
You need a punching bag.
Talk to
right,
the mic,
Billy's
Jake.
our guy, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you're just gonna have to be it right now. Thanks for dressing up, Jake.
I like those pants, actually.
Yeah, they're actually really nice.
Do they come in your size?
Roasted. Got him.
Roasted.
Have some.
Suck it, Billy.
Billy football.
What did I do to deserve it?
You're sitting in Billy's seat. It's very simple.
He sat there.
Yeah. Okay, Jake.
We only have 4 spots, but we have 5 nominees. You guys are going to have to help me.
Oh, we're gonna whittle it down.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Let's do it.
First up, Dolphins quarterback Tua Tagovailoa. He went back to the field and sat around the 15-yard line in full uniform to FaceTime his parents and soak in the moment after making his NFL debut.
I love it.
Yes.
2 for 2, 10 yards.
Very nice, but
Counts.
still, he did not. His hip did not fall off during the game, which is what we were all hoping. For.
Yes.
I like that though. I like just becoming one with the field. It's very Les Miles-ish.
Just soak in that moment.
Just soaking with. He should have gone dick down onto the field.
This is actually the other side of the football player retiring that refuses to take off their pads for like an hour in the locker room.
Yep.
This is the beginning of the career, which
Driving
we hope is a
home,
long, illustrious career in the NFL.
Friend of the program, Titans head coach Mike Vrabel. This is from Tuesday, so he locked in a spot earlier in the week. Gave everybody in the organization a game ball after Tennessee's win over Buffalo following the team's COVID outbreak.
I like that.
Yep, just spreading all the germs around.
Everywhere. Love it.
Rams running backs coach Thomas Brown, after rupturing his Achilles during practice Thursday, he, according to Sean McVay, walked right off, didn't flinch, and won't miss a beat.
Okay, I like that too. I would like to see him get a scooter on the sidelines though. A scooter or like some sort of homemade booger mobile that he can use to just like teleport back and forth.
You don't have the Northwestern coach on there, do you?
I do not.
Okay, because this also happened to Northwestern coach. I think it was maybe a wide receivers coach. It looked like he tore his groin in practice, and they had the clip, and he was just doing all the drills, and everyone kept on saying, like, Coach, are you okay? He's like, yep, fine, as he's skipping around the field trying to play through the pain.
I also like the idea of the coach now using the training facility, like getting the same treatment done at the same time as the players.
Yeah.
Like he's doing his rehab.
And he's pissed because he's like, can't make the club in the tub.
Yeah.
Next up, we have a random West Virginia fan who customized a jersey named FU COVID with a number 19 and wore it to Saturday's game versus Kansas.
I love it. This is what we need. We need to shame the virus itself more.
Go at it.
Yeah. You know what? We've been. It's like being in training camp for a while. We're sick of hitting each other, getting into arguments about spreading the disease. We need to actually just go at the common enemy, which is just roast the virus.
We should fight COVID.
I would
imagine if COVID, we should just be a man, COVID. Fight us.
I want to hang out next to somebody that has COVID and just punch the droplets coming out of their mouth.
Mm-hmm.
And then finally, we have Kentucky head coach Mark
Waterboard
Stoops.
them with hydrochloroxykin.
Bleach.
Bleach. Bleach their ass.
Mark Stoops, after his team
Not bleach their ass. That's porn.
Right.
But bleach their ass.
After his team's win at Tennessee, showed his excitement
Do you watch porn, Jake?
No.
Okay.
Of course not. Wait, Jake, say his last name again?
Tagovailoa.
You've practiced that.
Very much
You've
so.
practiced in
many
the event
times.
that
I
one
looked
day
it up
you
right
have
before to confirm the
We're not going to
pronunciation.
have another hilarious incident.
Clyde Edwards-Helaire.
There we go. Okay, perfect.
Finally, we have Kentucky head coach Mark Stoops. After his team's win at Tennessee, he showed his excitement by saying, quote, "We haven't won here, and I am tired of that in the locker room."
So he didn't swear.
Oh, he did.
He did.
Yeah.
What did he say?
What words did he say?
I can spell it out, but I feel like this is a different...
I think as a journalist, you need
It's like a Mad Lib.
I have no idea what he
said. You need
said.
to accurately portray what
Yeah.
was said. Jake,
Was
you
it
know
a
what you're
slur?
doing? Jake,
I have no
you're
idea.
making the story about yourself now by not
If
saying
it
the words.
was written, print journalists, they put it in quotes, and that's okay.
So put it in quotes.
Yeah, air quotes.
No, speaking's different.
Speaking, quote.
What if you just say quote?
Was it a slur?
Yeah, it sounds
No,
like it
it
was
was
a
not
slur.
a slur.
Well, how would we know?
Funny stuff.
FUCKINGSHIT.
Oh,
Got it.
gee.
And I think it was leaked because one of his players was on IG Live, so I don't know if this is supposed to get out there, but Matt Jones tweeted it.
Roll
Okay.
Tide what?
I think
Fuck you.
Mark
So who do you
Stoops-
wanna kick out?
Well, Mark Stoops should be in there anyway because I think I saw a tweet that they stopped on the way to Tennessee to hold a practice.
Okay.
So he's in there.
I think he's got a natural clock, like most
Yeah.
football guys do. If they spend like longer than 4 hours without a whistle around their neck being blown,
Right.
it just feels unnatural. They have to reset that clock.
I feel
I'm
like
gonna-
Tungy. I'd vote Tungy out.
No, I think we should
Really?
vote the guy who got hurt because he doesn't want us to draw
The
attention
Rams-
to it.
the Rams
Yeah, he
running
doesn't
back
want
coach?
to. Like we're drawing attention to his injury.
Either that or Vrabel, because Vrabel was last week.
Yeah.
Well,
And
it was
also,
Tuesday-
also
yeah.
if they're not going to take the virus seriously, then we should not take them seriously.
True.
As Doug Farrar pointed
Yes.
out.
So thanks for coming out, Vrabes.
No, we can't do that to Vrabes. Let's do the
Rams running back coach?
Yeah, because I think that he would be upset that we even talked about him being hurt. 'Cause
Yeah.
he's not. Well, no, he's hurt. He's not injured.
Yes.
Right. So
All right.
we'll kick him
So,
out.
Thomas Brown.
All right.
Sorry.
Everyone vote for it. Football Guy of the Week presented by Phillips and Rocco, One Blade. Let's finish up. We got Who's Back of the Week. Henry.
Daniel?
Go ahead. Scale Boy.
I have a few Who's Back of the Weeks. My first one is Will Smith.
Ooh.
Which
Entanglements.
one?
Exactly.
Both of them?
Yep.
But not the one that we think.
No.
Yes.
There's two Will Smiths back. Neither of them are the ones
That's
that
what
you
I said.
think.
Yeah, right. Well, I know which ones to think because I was watching that game.
So in the, what was it, the Braves-Dodgers?
Yeah.
Will Smith, the pitcher on the Dodgers, versus Will Smith, the batter on the Braves. Mm-hmm. Will Smith versus Will Smith.
Took him Yabo.
Took him Yabo.
Took him
Went
Yabo.
yard off him.
Yeah, and Tim Kirchin, I tweeted at the time, but I'm pretty sure Tim Kirchin just ejaculated everywhere because that is such a fun, quirky football or a baseball moment.
Yes, that's the ultimate baseball moment.
Mm-hmm.
My other Who's Back of the Week is the Pope.
The
Okay,
Pope.
good.
The Pope.
The P guy.
Big P.
The Big P.
Although I think this might have been like a
What's the Pope's name?
Big Calf.
The Pope.
No,
John.
but what is it John?
They're all John.
named John,
Yeah, they're
yeah.
all John.
Oh, yeah, that's right. But
They
what was his
become
name
John.
before that?
Jesus.
Pre-Pope.
Yeah.
His name. Can
Franz?
you imagine like if you grew up with the
Hans?
Pope as like your buddy when you were like teenagers, and the Pope was like running around smoking
Pope.
cigarettes with you?
The Pope. Benedict. No.
Francesa.
Yeah, Mike Francesa. Pope Francis is actually his name. No. Yeah, Pope Francis. It's Pope Francis. All right, there we go. His name's not John. We just learned a lot about religion that we didn't know. Pope
So
Francis.
why is the Pope back?
Pope memes are hot in the street. This might be a stay woke Big Calf just trying to get
Oh, Big Calf trying to get into the youth of America.
Barstool Big Calf. They should put out like they should
Yeah.
invent a Twitter handle
We should do that.
and just
Pope
the
memes,
The Pope talking
and
about
TikToks.
all his gambling losses.
TikToks of praying.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's one of
He
those
tweets out like
classic
the
internet things.
He
It was
tweets out a
funny.
6-pack of communion wafers every Saturday morning.
Saturdays are for the wafers.
It was funny, the first few, and then every
Saturdays for the
single
boys would also probably work in the Catholic Church.
Don't.
every single account that's ever existed had to make their own Pope jokes and Pope memes, and it killed it within like 24 hours. I'd
Yes,
say.
it was very quick.
Confession: I thought it was Rudy Giuliani when I first
Good
saw
one.
it.
Yeah, nice. No, Rudy Giuliani actually looks like a dead person.
Yes.
Walking. Like if you were like, what would a dead person who's still alive look like? That would be Rudy Giuliani. All right, PFT. I wonder what God save the makeup artist who has to sit down and help out Rudy every time he goes on TV.
I thought you were saying. Well, I think it's just Rudy that does it to himself.
Yeah,
he just
probably.
he just headbutts a patch of foundation.
Powdered donut.
Yeah.
Like yeah, we're good to go.
My Who's Back of the Week is Nick Saban. Nick
Yeah.
Saban's back, battled bravely back from COVID in less than a week, I think. So there's some speculation whether or not it was a false positive test. But the rule was like you have to have 3 negative tests come back within a 24-hour time span or something
Yes.
like that if you want to be allowed to coach again. And then I'm pretty sure they just gave him a test every 5 minutes.
Yes.
They were just like testing him nonstop.
He was just
to
spitting
make
constantly
sure.
in a bottle.
Yes, they just had like a beaker that was in front of him at all times.
My favorite moment from Nick Saban getting back on the field was all the journalists being like, this sends a bad message that Nick Saban is bigger than college football. It's like, we're just finding that out?
Yeah, it wasn't the like $10 million a year contract. that he
Nick
makes?
Saban is big. Okay, yeah, you're right. We can't have that. We can't have people think Nick Saban is bigger than college football, even though he's literally been bigger than college football for the last decade.
Yeah, Nick Saban is bigger than the Pope in the South.
He
That's
the
just
most
a fact.
powerful man. He's probably like the 3rd most powerful man in America.
I'd say the most powerful in the SEC states.
Yes.
all of them.
Yes. God damn it. We finally found out that Nick Saban is more powerful than the college football.
We're definitely going to get some Paul Feinbaum callers talking shit about Corona too. Which would
Yeah,
be great.
I would love to see the conversation like Mark Emmert trying to like have Nick Saban not coach. Just being like, can you please? And Nick Saban just probably just hangs up on him.
He'd just be like, "Fuck you." And this is
Yeah.
So Saban
Talk to my assistant.
Saban probably like figured out the process for how he was going to defeat this virus very early on. He had the game plan for it, and this is like the ultimate boss for Nick Saban. Like,
Yeah.
he's gonna weep because there are no stronger enemies left to vanquish after he's already crushed a contagious disease like this.
Clemson.
Clemson, yeah,
Dabo's got his number.
that's
That
a
was
fact.
such a.
Coach O.
There's very very few times. in like the Saban Alabama run where you can get Alabama like under a touchdown and everyone being like, I don't know about Bama this year.
Mm-hmm.
And you're like, okay, I kind of do because they're always fucking good. And they're not like peak Bama, but Mac Jones is good.
Really good.
And Jalen Waddle is electric.
Yeah.
We were talking about it last week. How
They've got-
they had Henry Ruggs and Jerry Jeudy, and Jalen Waddle's better than both of them.
Yes, they've got awesome receivers. I still think Mechie is going to be as good, if not better, than Waddle.
They're fucking sick. They're sick. All right, my who's back of the week is JFK Jr. He's back, or was supposed to be back. Didn't
Okay.
show up.
Oh, he was going to show up and arrest some people, right?
He was trending on Saturday, and I clicked it, and I was like, "What's going on here?" Apparently, there was a theory online that JFK Jr. has never died, and was
Right.
coming back to announce that he was President Trump's running mate.
Oh shit! That would,
Yeah,
I mean, that
total
would be.
cuck. I love that. Like these theories, in all these theories, it has Mike Pence being a cuck.
Yeah, right.
It's like what happens to Pence? Oh,
Right. So
he's the
JFK
cuck.
Jr. He was going to like. Where has he been? Has he been to like slow playing
Probably
this?
like I don't know what's
just
the
flying around the world.
Chappaquiddick.
Yeah, Chappaquiddick, just
Yeah.
like practicing water landings.
Yes.
Yeah,
he's just
having
been
a good
hanging
time.
out there.
Him and Harrison Ford have been going on like a coast to coast, just one constant like flight back and forth, getting their pilot license.
Yeah.
getting instrument rated. Finally.
He's been hanging with Amelia Earhart.
Yeah.
Wherever she is.
Okay, so but he didn't show up.
No, he didn't.
Oh, that's
But he was back for a minute. He was trending, which is kind of cool to trend from the grave.
yeah. I mean,
And not be canceled.
I think it's one of all of our goals to like at some point go viral on a platform that did not exist at the time of her death.
But like especially not canceled because like people trend from the grave, but they're usually being canceled
Right.
from the grave. This one was like, hey, dude, it's Saturday, October 17th.
I mean,
JFK Jr. is about to show up.
how incredible would it be if that was true though?
Just
If he
once I
showed up?
want one person to be dead forever and show up.
What
Yeah,
happened
like
to JFK
just-
Jr. originally?
He died.
He flew his plane into the Long Island Sound.
He died.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
That's
He died.
Rip.
R.I.P. Well, maybe not.
So it goes.
So he might be alive. But I just once, like Tupac, like just Elvis, once, just one of these guys just show up and be like, guess what? Amelia Earhart, like, hey,
Steve Jobs.
still here. Yeah,
Yes.
Steve Jobs, just give me one. Give me, not Hitler.
Nope,
but
nope,
any of
into
the
that.
others, give me them.
I mean, there is like a whole underground conspiracy theory that he is alive in South America.
Right,
Or,
exactly.
like, recently died.
Wait, Steve Jobs?
Yeah, both.
Yeah,
And
I was
Hitler.
just saying, H-Man, no.
No,
Dead.
definitely not the H.
Everyone else, give me one of these cool stories where a guy just shows up and is like, hey, I'm here.
You know what they need to do? Tim Apple needs to, at his next like press conference exhibition thing where he unveils the exact same iPhone again. He needs to just
in a turtleneck.
yeah, he just needs to
Forgot
come
the
out
most
with,
important part.
with something so extremely shitty that Steve Jobs can't bite his tongue anymore. It was like, this guy's ruining my company.
Yeah, I'm back. I'm back, baby. All right, Jake, you're up.
Dickie V.
Yes.
Yeah.
Dickie V, college basketball maybe in the off season, but his Rays celebrations in front of his TV in his personalized Rays jersey are electric.
Yeah.
So it's great to see.
I need to see him jumping back into his hot tub wearing the polo shirt again.
Yeah. It's just the voice.
That's the best celebration.
I really wanted the Astros just to crash the party and just,
No.
What?
Jake's a purist.
I hate them.
The Rays are
Jake.
the Rays are like anti-purist baseball. They play that whole thing on
The
a
opener.
spreadsheet. Yeah.
Yeah.
They're fucking nerds.
Wait, Jake, you just said the A word.
A?
Yeah, the Houston.
Astros.
Oh, asterisk.
Yeah,
Yeah, ass.
You said ass.
Ass and titties. Which one are you?
Knew we could get you to cuss.
Got me.
Ass
Yeah.
and titties.
Also, there's
Ass,
all
ass,
these
and
clips that
titties.
are coming up. Of course, I've cursed before, but after the Brenneman thing, I've
Oh,
gotta-
that
I
was
gotta
your
watch myself.
that was the line in the sand. Like I will never curse again.
No, it's just it makes it
You'll
like,
never say that hard F bomb again.
gotta really limit myself.
It was funny because Jake was actually concerned about that. He's like, that really opened my eyes. Like, it can all be gone in a second if you say something like
Yeah.
that. It's like Jake spends his free time like dropping hard Fs, just like strutting around the office,
Well,
using
and-
homophobic slurs.
Yeah.
He's like, I really need to cut that out of my vocabulary.
And the best part about all of this is that, like, if Jake swore on camera, this is the only job you can't get fired for. But it would be the worst thing for Jake because he'd be like, I'd be stuck with these guys for the rest of my
Yes.
life.
Muscle
Like,
memory.
This is
Yeah.
this is hell.
Yeah, it's very easy
Muscle
to.
memory.
It's a lot easier to not start a habit than it is to quit it.
Jake,
Exactly.
Jake is not afraid of getting fired from the job he has. He's afraid of only having this job
Yes.
for the rest of his life.
Yes, pre-fired from the job that he wants.
He's like, could you imagine anything worse?
Yeah. So I apologize retroactively for those clips.
Apology not accepted. until you swear now.
There's a drive to deep left.
There you go.
Do you have a fact for us, Jake? Animal fact?
This is the part where you wrote.
That was a great Billy impression.
Yeah.
Oh! There's a lizard in South America that lives on Hitler's property.
How about this one? Duckbill platypuses are the only mammals that lay eggs.
That is good. That's really good.
That's crazy.
That is crazy.
I bet you
should haven't seen
delicious,
me
too.
after some chili. All right, let's do numbers.
29.
And then, by the way, Wednesday, the best interview we've done this year
Yeah.
with the coolest guy we've ever
I
had
saw
on.
some people that accurately predicted
yep,
it.
a couple people had it correct. But you'll be very happy because it was an awesome interview. We don't hype interviews ever since JJ Watt hype.
It's
but this one's hype worthy.
It's as awesome as it could be, like via Zoom.
Correct, but it was
on a
still
Skype
very,
interview, but
very
still
awesome.
very good, yeah.
Yes. All right, numbers. Who wants to guess?
Give me 8.
29.
Ocho.
I'm gonna go with 81.
What would Billy pick?
It's something stupid.
69.
Yeah. 420.
81 is my number. 81.
88888.
888. Lucky 8s.
888.
79.
Damn it.
I feel like we need to shuffle it, like hand shuffle it next time, because the numbers at the bottom have no shot.
Yeah, you're right. The single digits are all down at the bottom.
Yeah,
All right, well, we'll hand shuffle next time
yeah.
for Wednesday's show for
Deal.
our great interview.
Good luck. Godspeed, everybody. Try to get through our first Tuesday night with no football in what seems like forever. I don't know what I'm going to do
Yeah.
on Tuesday.
Well, double Monday.
That's true.
Yeah. See ya.
Love you guys.
It's Pardon My Take, presented by Barstool Sports.